I think I'm right.
Nearly got you that time. Nearly got you.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. It is us. It is Sunday. It is Some Other Heroes Day.
Whether you like it or not.
Welcome to our 5e campaign set in a world of skyships, floating islands, deep magic, and strange mysteries. My name is Chris. I use he, him, and I have the absolute honour and pleasure of being both the storyteller and the guide through this absolute chilled chaos, as our friend Luke called it earlier.
Chilled chaos.
With me are my three regular cast members who are all wonderful and will introduce themselves today, starting with Wayne.
Hi, everybody. I am Wayne. I am a creative director and designer. I use he, him pronouns, and I shall be playing the newly joined character, Toby, in today's game. And apparently, maybe also playing Rock. I don't know. It's all very confusing right now.
It's all very confusing right
But
now.
hi, welcome.
Well, we'll explain a little bit why it's so confusing in a minute or two. But before that, Theo, would you like to go second?
Hello, I'm Theo. I am an author and illustrator, and I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing the awkward wizard Eugene today.
Awesome. I am so proud you're starting to use author to introduce
I know.
yourself. It's really cool.
I know. I almost
Still
did.
feels weird.
I almost did one of those when you said that.
Apparently.
It's true. It is very true. And last but definitely not least, Charlie.
Hola, hello, I am Charlie. I use she, her pronouns. I am an illustrator and lecturer, and I am playing Aisling, who I adore and had better not die, because there will be problems. And she uses she, her as well.
The dice do what the dice do. Before we launch into the episode, we have a few bits of admin and the like to do first. First off, big thank you to Rooney for subscribing again. Really do appreciate it.
Thanks,
And
Runes.
also to all the new followers that we have received over the last month, we see you. We really do appreciate you coming along on this journey with us, and everybody else who's been with us all along, and everybody who catches these on our VODs on YouTube. We really do appreciate it. Coming and spending some time, having some fun with us.
You're one of us now.
Yeah, you are. You are one of us.
One of us.
Today we chose chaos. We always choose chaos, let's be fair.
What other brand do we normally bring to the table?
Exactly.
I don't think it's a choice, is it?
No.
Wait, there's a choice?
No, don't let Wayne know. Don't let Wayne know.
So everyone's like, oops, all casters. Actually, it's oops, all gremlins. So, before we launch into, I'd like to give a shout out to some wonderful friends of ours, and we are going to start with Dice and a Slice. If you like cake and if you like Dungeons and Dragons, and why wouldn't you like those two things? Well, you can have them together with the wonderful Dice and a Slice. Our friends' podcast is on a little bit of a hiatus, but they are coming back very soon, so it's a great opportunity to catch up with them and what they've been up to. They're lovely people. We love them all very much, and we cannot wait to get back into their adventures. Our second shout out is to our wonderful friends at Wicked Game. Wicked Game are a weekly D&D stream currently set in the Divisia Census, a school adventure with young wizards learning their way around the world. However, right at the moment, they're out in the middle of nowhere, being led around by a very familiar face. Wayne is currently with them on a regular basis, just added as a guest star, and oh boy, did the drama kick off last week.
I just stepped in to add a little drama.
Yeah. Oh boy. So we're very excited. They'll be back on Wednesday, and we really do recommend popping along and seeing them.
See if they decide to kill me or not.
Yeah, exactly. Next up, we just wanted to say an absolute huge congratulations to the Misadventurers League, whose first month has wrapped up and has basically they just kicked off so well, really starting to create something very exciting and interesting. They are all lovely people. It's a very fun, very chaotic game. We love it. Full of very weird characters who are just a joy to watch. And Hedge is doing such a great job at wrangling them. Well done, Hedge. That's not an easy task.
A brave man, that Hedge.
And finally, we also wanted to shout out the Forest of Lore, who have a 2-part mini story running at the moment. First part went out on Friday, and the second part is this Friday coming, in which you might recognise a couple of the faces in there, including me, who is playing the incredibly charming Reshk, an orc rogue who ended up being party dad somehow. I don't know how, but did. But it's all right. It's fine. It's laugh. We're having a huge fun. So come and join us this Friday, 5:30 for the second part of that, which should be really good fun. And I think the VOD drops tomorrow, but we'll make sure we link that in our socials as well. So that's all our friends this week. But Wayne, you had a little something that you wanted to say before we jump into the episode.
Indeed. We just wanted to take a minute just to kind of reiterate that we love and celebrate and stand by the trans community and our trans friends and family. And we know that the last few weeks have been a little rough on a lot of people. So we just wanted to send our love and say that we love and support you. And our interval video this week, we have changed so that it contains some resources, places and people that you can reach out to if you need help or encouragement or just want to connect with other people who understand. So please keep an eye for that. Next week we will be showcasing some other organizations for the same purpose, but that's all. We just wanted to send a shout out and say that we love you and we value you and we support you.
Yeah, you've always got space here, so
No turfs, no Tories.
exactly. So with that, we are going to get back to something a bit lighter and a bit more joyous to kind of make you laugh.
Rock's death.
Rock's death.
We pan to the funeral.
So I guess that's all that's left for me to do is run the titles. And we're back. So,
Damn it.
you were going to start a conversation again, weren't you?
I was gonna pull some shit, but I missed my time. Damn it.
Previously on Some Other Heroes, our good friend, the dramatic dragonborn Iskarok Revolkus, has fallen to a disease. His friends, not willing to let him slip away in such an ungainly fashion, have set out on a quest to try and get him back. They have drawn in friends and allies from where they can, settling on meeting with the ancient steel dragon Ivrounout. Their journey took them to the floating island of Recht in the north, where they met the very ferocious Leonin people who mostly make up the population there. A few exchanges, and they met up with Ivrounout, disguised in the form of a half-orc named Zerl. Zerl explained that although he couldn't directly help, he was more than willing to negotiate on their behalf with a great dragon named Khanorrix, allegedly the direct descendant of one of the gods of this world, the Dragon of the East. Not really having any other options on their plate, the party have agreed to try this method first, and with that, they are preparing to set out. Zerl leaving, saying that he would meet them on the ship with his godchildren, of all things.
Plural.
We
don't let toddlers on the ship. This is an 18+ ship only.
But before we jump back into that, our eyes are drawn elsewhere. Across the edge of reality, to where the existence of life edges against the veil, we find a single dragonborn walking along a forest path. Rock, you don't know how you got here or when you left the cafe, but you have been strolling comfortably. It's very pleasant here. You can hear what sounds like birdsong. There's a sweet smell of flowers in the air. Sunlight is peeking through the bushes. But time doesn't seem to work the same here. And also, you don't remember leaving the coffee shop. You don't remember stepping upon this path, but here you are. Would you please roll an insight check for me?
Sure. Why not? Insight. Ew. That would be a 7.
7. There is something vaguely familiar about this, but you can't quite place your finger on it.
About the forest itself?
About the forest itself, yes. So you carry on your walk, and bushes change, and into almost like they're changing shape as you go. Trees change seasons, and you find yourself coming up to a familiar-looking white gate. And at this point, it clicks. You know this forest. These are the lands outside your family estate. And the reason that you didn't quite catch it the first time is because the area you were walking through was cleared back to make room for housing some 25 years ago, shortly before you left. It's one of the things you disagreed with your mother about, because it was her forest. It was your grandmother's forest. As you step through the familiar white gate, you see the lawns of your estate, the place where you grew up. You can practically hear the echoes of you and your sister laughing, teasing each other, hurting each other, healing each other. You can hear...
Can I see anyone?
Can't see anybody at the moment. You can hear your father's broad tones, your mother's sharp wit. And you find yourself at the veranda at the back. A familiar smell of honeyed tea on the wind. And one very familiar figure sitting quietly the way that you'd always seen her. One book in hand, stirring a tea that did not need stirring anymore. Just idly listening. Before you is Campbell Revolcus, your grandmother. If you're just going to gawp, you can do it inside, Rock. Come on, or come and get a tea. Your choice.
I'm sorry. I did. So you can see me. You know. I mean, we can.
Of course, I can see you. She just closes the book and gently puts it. As she does, you see that the book shifts and changes. It looks like a lot of the familiar tomes you saw her read over the years. One minute it's green, another it's red. Sometimes it's bound to leather, sometimes it's barely held together paper manuscript.
Sure. Shall we? Shall I sit?
I mean, you can stand, dear, but you don't have to stand on formality for me. And she just kind of motions to a second seat.
Rock just takes a seat, and he's still trying to figure out whether this is kind of real or a figment of his imagination or what's going on. And so he's kind of he is staring a little. It's certainly been a while.
Yes. You have certainly been busy as well. And she just reaches out and touches you on the side of the face the way that she used to, just kind of looking at you, and then that soft sort of gentle affection that she always showed you and your sister.
I think if Rock actually feels the touch,
yeah,
I think it would immediately sort of change his demeanor. And he kind of immediately sort of softens for a minute and is a bit taken aback by feeling that sensation of this woman that he loved. And so I think he just gets a bit quiet and closes his eyes for a second. And then just says, well, you know, I've been writing my own story rather than being in someone else's, I guess.
Just like you always wanted to. And she's touching your hand at this point and just gently patting it.
Well, I had some inspiration. You know, we had a few people in our family who at least had adventure in their blood. Why am I here? I mean, the waiting room thing is a little odd, to be honest. I'm a little confused about, am I supposed to be doing something?
I think you're supposed to be waiting, and I think I am here because on one level or another, you need me.
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, I've always needed you. I mean,
but in particularly, I think you are asking yourselves questions, and I'm not an expert on this. I mean, I've been dead for a while, but I am not an expert on this. Not by a long shot. All I know is that for a time, while you are here, you may see people who you need to see. And some of us will be joyous reunions, and others will be hard. But
I mean, really, does even my death have to be a challenge? I mean,
only because you don't know what you want yet.
What do the visions that I saw? Do you know of them?
Which visions?
The throne room, the Khanorrix.
Oh, ghost.
What happened? I've been trying to piece this together, and what happened? It feels like there is a truth beneath everything that we've been told, and although we've not been lied to, I feel like pieces are missing.
Simply put, I came across the Emperor torturing a innocent creature that had come to us for aid, for information about things that I don't know if he got or not.
I'm glad he's at least lived up to his reputation.
And she looks a little sad at that. Yes, well, he always was a bit of a disappointment. So, what your father and I did was we removed the Khanorrix. We helped pretend it was dead. They were dead, and then helped save those parts of them that were not. As far as the Emperor was concerned, we did him a service cleaning up a mess that he had made. But in truth, we rescued an innocent from something that was not for them. Your father kept this quiet even after my death.
Well, yes, I didn't. I was shown this by the Khanorrix.
She smiles at this. I never really found out if Ghost survived or not. That is very heartening.
Well, yes. I mean, not that exact ghost, but they kind of. Do you know that they kind of pass on the knowledge? And okay, good. I don't have to go into that. Super. But yes, they did, and they showed me. They showed me that, and I'm not entirely sure why. I don't really know what to do with that information, but does Mother know?
Actually, your mother, we never told her. I doubt your father ever told her either. But listen, Rock, my time here is short, but I would like to hear your stories. While I'm here, you need to decide. The part of me that you called here is because there is a part of you that wants to return home. The home that you grew up in, the joy that you had as a youth. And there is an echo of that beyond the veil. But it would mean an end of your journeys, an end of your story. And you must decide if that is what you really want.
I don't know. How do I just decide?
It's never easy, my love.
I mean, there's a lot happening. It really, I mean, and Aisling and Eugene are going to be just utterly useless without me, to be honest. I mean, I practically held the whole group together. But I don't know. I mean, the home that you speak of doesn't really exist for me back there, because it's changed and I've changed, but I do miss having home.
Well, maybe if you do choose to go back, look to the things around you. Maybe there is a new home there.
Well, yes, it would be nice if people from my old home didn't keep trying to kill me, though. Oh, God, I just remembered. They must be massively disappointed I did it myself.
You did. You really are so much like her when you do that, you know.
Like who?
Your mother. She's stubborn like you.
Oh, I'm nothing like her.
You think
Well,
she
apart
would...
from perhaps her sharp tongue.
And she would have died before she told someone she was feeling ill as well.
Well, I didn't know I was going to die. I mean, if I had, I would have made more of an effort, really.
I have... What have you learnt from this?
Oh my God, I'm supposed to be taking notes?
You're supposed to be growing, Rock.
I'm trying to just figure out where exactly I am and what this whole thing means, but I don't know what I've learnt from it. I mean, well, I've learnt for one thing that those horrible vine creature things are rather unpleasant. I've learnt I don't know where. I don't know whether my story is finished yet. But I also know I'm a bit tired.
And that is why you're here. There is part of you that wishes to go back, to protect your friends, to save the world you love, to finish your story. And there is a part of you that just longs to lay down, to put the long fight over. We have some time. Tell me about your adventure. And the two of you enjoy whatever this is for a time. Meanwhile, back on Wrecked, Aisling, Toby, and Eugene are left sitting in the trade house, chatting amongst yourselves. The orc has literally just left you. Aisling has just the echoes of Aisling's last shout after his shoulder still reverberating around.
They take a while to reverberate.
It's a big old house.
Who are his godchildren? Do you know? I don't. You looked like you were surprised by that.
Yeah, well, I don't think we really knew that there was going to be like it's a whole family reunion kind of situation.
Okay. Is he going to come on in like looking like that or looking like the dragon bard?
I don't think we could fit him on the boat if he's a dragon.
Fair point. Fair point. Yes. Okay. Good.
Yeah. So maybe this sort of compact version is probably better.
The travel size.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Theo, I think you're muted. Sorry.
Yes, I was. Thank you.
Should we go? I don't know. Is he meeting us there now? I mean, I don't know.
What did he say before he left? Are we meeting him
He'll meet you on the ship.
like right away?
Yeah, I get all dragons. They have a very different perception on time than you do.
Dragons, man.
Oh, good. Because that's what we need. More interpretations of linear time.
Yeah, yeah. You remember this from when you talked to him before, and when you talked to Oliver. They're like they don't really get time in the same way you do. It's
He
because
signs
they're
off
immortal
like
beings.
a stoner. He signs off like a stoner. He's just like, time's not real, man. Like, whatever, dude.
But the information that you got was that he will meet you on the ship, probably sooner rather than later, because he understands that this is time sensitive.
Let's
even if
check
he
the
doesn't
old potion collection and see if we need to stop by the corner shop.
Well, you're in the corner shop.
Oh, yeah.
We're literally sitting amongst the wares, if I remember right.
I've got a couple. But I might just see if they've got any little ones anyway. So yeah, I think I'll probably ask my pals. Like, so like before we go, we're in basically a giant shop. Should we see if we need anything?
Yeah, I suppose that's
Sure.
probably smart while we're here.
Like what?
Yeah. I don't know, like healing potions.
Oh yes, but I can do some healing.
Oh.
So
Oh my god!
I can help. Wow,
Well,
I've never seen people look so surprised by having a healer with them before.
You have no idea. You have no idea. Ashley literally nearly falls off the stool.
I mean, we can always, we can. You can't go wrong with having potions with you, so we could always get some potions, I suppose, if you wanted to get some potions.
I mean, I'm gonna see, but like, yeah, this is amazing. Okay.
Oh, good. Okay.
Not that we need it very often. Just as a
Yeah, we're very efficient.
very efficient and robust, and
Oh, you both live in a web of lies.
you right, you. It's enough out of you.
Toby's just like that. It's not what Fulton said. Anyway,
Oh, Fulton, you snitch! Snitches get stitches, Fulton.
So should we go now?
What, to buy some stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah. Are you finished with your drinking stuff?
I mean, I don't really want to keep a dragon waiting, to be honest.
They're not gonna like eat you.
Well, are you sure? How sure? On a scale of 1 to 100.
73.
Okay, you know what? Let's hurry. Yeah.
Okay.
Kelly is cluttering around. She's actually halfway up a ladder, like hanging off a shelf, trying to reach something that is clearly she's put there at some point and can't be bothered to get to properly.
Oh my god, can I use Mage Hand before she falls and dies? Can I Can I mage hand get whatever she's trying to get, please?
Oh no! And she goes.
Oh God!
And as she does, you see a little ring on her finger glow for a second, and then she just drifts to the floor. That was close.
What are you doing?
Oh, I wanted that. I didn't want that after all. Oh well. And she chucks it over her shoulder into a box.
Have you ever considered getting a filing system?
Yes. And then people bring me more stuff, and it just never mind. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Described my house.
Sorry, what was that, Theo?
How do you even know what's here, even?
Oh, really good memory. What can I get you?
Potions.
Ooh, I have some interesting potions, she says, and
Ooh.
she darts immediately below what looks like some rugs, and she kind of comes out the other side with a satchel that's clinking like glass.
Like
they-
the backpacks you used to bring to sleepovers.
She just kind of pops over and goes, right, we have the Healy type potions. I don't have any of the big ones, but I've got little ones. The problem is, those lion people, really stubborn, don't know when to stop them sometimes, and they tend to run out of a lot of the big stuff quite regularly. But
Oh.
I do have, and she says, I've got 3 standards here at the moment, and this one, and she puts down one that's a bright purple and glowing
Ooh.
softly.
I'll like elbow
Technically-
Eugene a little bit. Like, it's your colour.
Technically, this is a healing potion, but it does something else, and I don't know what it is. And I had
How
someone
much?
look at it, and they didn't know what it was either. It's kind of odd. So it's a bit of a... I'm going to let it go for 25 gold rather than the standard 50, because it's a risk. It could be really good, could be awful.
Wait,
I'm
so,
having it.
so you mean the other thing it does could be sort of dangerous or bad?
I don't think it's bad, but I can't guarantee it, if that makes
I mean,
sense.
it kind of defeats the purpose of the healing potion if it's going to hurt you.
Already handed over 25 gold. I'm not going to drink
At least
it
let me
straight
take a look at
away.
that before you drink it.
That's why she's buying it.
Okay,
Well,
well,
is it like sparkly? Like, what does
Yep.
it actually look like?
Of course it's sparkly.
So the purple stays, and there's kind of like this strange sediment in it that kind of sparkles, like it's almost got glitter in it. And then as it settles again, it changes colour, so it's gold, and then it goes silver
Oh my
and
God.
things like that.
I'm sorry, this is the best thing ever watching Aisling and Eugene. Aisling's like that. It does what? Oh my God. Eugene's like that.
That's our brand.
It's brilliant.
I have a potion of spider climb, which is 150. And she kind of clinks around. She goes, "Oh, and this is an antidote if you ever get poisoned."
Yep.
Which is 25 gold.
Yep, that.
Do you want the other potions as well? The standard healings?
Can I have one of the standard ones, please?
Yep. And so that's a total of 100 gold for you, please.
Got ya.
What about you, young wizard?
Well, I don't really have any need for anything, but don't have any interesting magic items.
Define interesting. I've got a couple of things that are broken that could be mended to be in like quite cool things, but you need to find someone who can do that. I mean, if you know an artificer or something, they might be able to fix it.
Do I know an artificer? There's an artificer on the ship, right?
Sid is not the... Yes, Sid's an artificer, but he's a etherologist, so he probably won't be the same school. Loot, back in Cloud's Kern, however, very much up his alley. Particularly, and he probably would give you a discount if you bought him something interesting.
What,
Okay.
babe?
How interesting are we talking?
She
And how broken?
She raps on a shelf, and there's boom, boom. You hear something moving, and these two bits of a staff fall down, and she grabs them both. Here we go. This has residue magic, and I think if you fix it, it will start working again. And it seems to be some sort of wizard staff. I would be willing to let it go because, and she says it's really fine work. Willing to let it go for 75 gold.
What does it do? Well, I mean, when it's fixed.
No idea. But came in on a wrecked vessel that was, half eaten by a...
Wait, wrecked or wrecked?
Both.
With
Get
the
wrecked.
W, yeah.
Okay.
Wrecked vessel that looked like it had like a magical research team on it. So we think that at least some of them might have been powerful wizards. I mean, it doesn't look like anything like a staff of bird call or anything like that. I know what they look like. Grew up around those sorts of things. But she kind of hands it over to you. Like, it is very elegantly etched with beautiful like pictures of like small humanoids kind of lifting each other up around the hilt, going through, and like a gold stream that goes around in a loop coming back down.
So pretty.
I'll give you 50. It is broken.
60. It's very pretty.
Okay, 60.
60 gold for the staff.
Cool.
I've never seen a shop where everything's a risk.
Well, not everything's a risk. And she kind of goes, or maybe the way I stack some stuff makes it a risk as well, actually, to be fair. Honestly, where it is, yeah. But no, I mean,
She just looks up at the shelves swaying gently.
do you need any grain or anything for your trip? Or I mean, I bought some stuff off of your people, which is great. So they clearly.
I think they sort that out.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We have people for that.
We have people.
We don't involve ourselves in that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Rock's done for like a few days and you guys are stepping in ready.
Yeah.
No, we have people, thank you.
Right. Well, she goes, okay, well, I can't see now. Is there anything else? Some spell scrolls. I've got thump, and she kind of disappears from view again. Then she pops up by Toby's shoulder. Right. Here we go. Right. This one is identify. This one is firebolt. This one is frost knife. Ice knife. This one. And this one is, what did he say? Invisibility.
I'm fine, thanks.
Okie dokie. Well, if you ever come back through, like, my stock changes on a regular basis, so please do just come in and see what I've got. Yeah, excellent.
Thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you all. How was your soup?
Oh, it was lush. Yeah, it was
Fantastic.
dead good. Thank you.
Well, enjoy the rest of your stay, and or if you're heading straight off, happy journey ahead of you.
Thank you. Don't fall off any more ladders, all right?
Oh, I fall off ladders all the time. It's part of the job.
Okay.
And she kind of like starts moving things over.
Oh, God.
And then this box falls over, and as it kind of rolls over, it unfolds into a boat. She goes, okay, well, that's going to take a while to fold back up. I mean, completely useless item, right? Who would have a boat in a box, like in a world full of floating islands, right? Okay, well, I mean, I was told to sell it about 750 gold if you want to.
No, I'm all right. I need to not. I need to stop.
I only have emergency money, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Fair enough. And she starts folding this thing down and wrapping it back up into the box.
I picture like trying to fit a sleeping bag back into the bag.
Very much so, but this thing is actually made of enchanted wood.
Fun.
There's nothing like folding wood back into a box. Mm-hmm.
Oh, easy peasy.
Amazing. If there's nothing more, the three of you leave the trade house and make your way back to the Dragon's Hope. The crew are moving on a few supplies which they bought. As you kind of get close, Sage runs down and looks very proud of herself and proffers a purse which has 25 gold pieces in it for the two of you. Your share of the profits.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I haggled them down, she said proudly. I am, after all, your head deckhand, and you can rely on me.
Do we have enough grain?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I made sure that Paprika laid out what we could.
Okay, good. They asked at the shop, so I thought I would just... Okay, good.
It's adorable.
What do you use grain for?
I don't know.
Okay.
Bacon, mostly.
Is this Eugene or Theo being sick of our bullshit? I can really tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dear. So, as you get yourselves all settled in, the crew are getting ready to cast off again as well. A familiar-looking half-orc form starts walking up through the crops of the animals, and you actually see some of the animals kind of step away from him. It's almost like subconsciously they can sense how dangerous an animal this is that's walking between them. So there's a goat that kind of doesn't, kind of just half like staring in two different directions and just kind of stands in.
Does it faint?
Oh.
And he just sighs and walks around it.
Oh. I love that goat. We must protect that goat at all costs. This is our new mission.
I think Toby would probably be very aware of and also very kind of intrigued, fascinated / horrified by the fact that animals are kind of withdrawing from this dragon.
Animals on one level can, even if they don't understand what it is, can sense that this is a dangerous predator.
Yeah.
He walks up to the ship and shouts up, "Permission to come on board."
Yep. What must I say? Do we have to say a thing?
I don't think that's fine.
Is there a password?
Generally, you'll say permission granted. Yes?
Permission granted, yes.
Sudar just shakes his head and goes back to the helm. The orc kind of nods and walks up. He's got this big old pack over his shoulder.
I think Toby is just kind of looking past to see where the godchildren are.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Oh my god, he has eggs.
No, he does not.
Do you have somewhere warm that I can put my godchildren, please?
Fuck, they are.
Oh my god, he does.
No.
Toby's just gonna go. You have your godchildren in a bag?
He smiles and just, gently, very, very gently.
They're not hard-boiled
pushes
godchildren.
And reaches in and pulls out this absolutely humongous cream and light blue wattled egg. And it's about the size of, almost as big as Toby is, to be fair. It's a very big egg.
Ashley's okay with that one because it won't be able to fit in her skull.
Unless you push very, very hard.
Nope.
Sorry.
If I can find somewhere warm for them, and then I can explain exactly what's going on.
Okay. Can I ask what any of the ship hands that are about where the warmest spot would be?
Well, any of your rooms are heated, so any of the rooms are heated, so that's fine.
Why is he not it?
Somewhere down below.
You put the Rock's room.
Oh.
Rock would hate
Yeah, we
that.
could put them.
Well, not here.
I mean, he's not using it right now, is he?
Exactly, yeah. Perfect. And he kind of lets you lead him in, and he takes 3 of these eggs out, and he kind of creates like a nest out of the bedding around them and just covers them as best as he can. So, long story short, I was journeying around trying to find some of my old clutch and some of my descendants when I heard a cry from a sky drake. Unfortunately, I arrived too late. Her brood had been slain by a black dragon who had taken it. I chased off the black dragon, and these 3 were the only ones to survive. So I'm not a natural paternal person, but I'm trying to hatch them and will teach them enough to get by and then let them find their mother's old hunting ground.
So I'm gonna hatch and
soon, aren't they?
exactly what I was gonna ask. I'm gonna like.
I will be 100% honest with you. I have no idea. Usually, male presenting dragons have a tendency to do their business and fuck off. Maybe come and give advice later in life. That's it. Not exactly normally. I am really excited by this. I think this is something that we should have been doing anyway.
What you're saying is that at any time, we could have 3 dragons on the ship.
Hatchlings.
Yeah, but size of the egg, size of the head, they could eat, and they.
They'll be hungry, yes, but we can.
They're probably still quite sharp.
Should
is the problem?
Actually, should we tell Suda or
Oh yeah, do we need to declare them?
Like for customs?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll try and keep them secret, but obviously if your crew need to know, they need to know. But if we could not let customs and people know, because collectors and thieves have a tendency to want dragon eggs for other things.
Okay, so we'll just like tell, just like boss.
Yeah,
boss
we'll
man.
just give them maybe the heads up.
Maybe only people you trust.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful ship. Is that Pashkik on the front?
Yeah.
Who's Pashkik?
Oh my god, I'm gonna get my sketchbook out. There's fucking webcomics about this shit that I've done in my little sketchbook.
What can I have a? I will ask for permission first, obviously. But can Toby have a look at the eggs and just with their general knowledge about sort of life cycles, etc.
Yeah, make a nature check for me.
Just to have any idea.
Yeah.
What check?
A nature check. I will allow an Arcana check as well.
Of the gestation period of a drake egg.
Let's do the Arcana.
DC is slightly higher for an Arcana.
That's probably fine though. Oh yeah, +3. So that's an unnatural 20.
Ooh,
Ayo.
nice. Yeah, generally speaking, what you know of Skydrakes is probably mostly by conversations with elder druids and maybe the occasional growl from the green dragon who shares the forest with you all. But Skydrakes...
All I'm trying to tell is it imminent?
No. Probably got a good number of weeks on their hatching at this point.
So that's really all I wanted to be able to tell. And I'm just going to say, I mean, I've never been around Skydrakes hatching, but I think you probably got a couple of weeks. They don't sound or look like they're ready yet. I think they're still growing in there, so I think it'll be a little while. I think you're okay.
Well, that's good. We can get Rock back and he can babysit as payment.
And we need to baby-proof the ship as well, because there's a lot of sharp corners.
I think they'll probably be okay, but I do appreciate the thought.
Okay.
I think whilst Aisling catches Toby up on who Pashkik is and their adventures...
With a flip book in the corner of the page and everything.
The rest of the crew cast off and get underway. Danger appears at the door at one point.
Yeah, get his name right.
And so where are we going? We are heading to the plains of Thavirr.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Right. Oh, that's okay. Well, it's quite pretty down there, at least. And he kind of saunters off to go and start setting the navigation and getting things moving. Would someone please roll me a D6 for the first day of travel? It's going to take you 3 days to get there.
At it. A 1. I hope this isn't
One.
a rating system.
No. So the first day is a heavy snow flurry, and you have to lose some speed. You lose about half a day because you have to slow down. You have to change the ether from air to fire to keep the ship from freezing up and falling out of the sky.
Oh, yeah. Ashling's very grumpy when it's really snowy.
Unsurprisingly, Toby is just quite excited and fascinated by the whole thing, and
Aww.
kind of really sort of running around, especially when they're doing things with sort of changing elemental aspects of the crystals and stuff. Toby's like, "What? How does that work?"
You notice Sid when he has to reset the ether balance and things like that. The cloud on his head goes all thunderous when he's concentrating or angry, and then kind of gets lighter and fluffier, almost like mist when he's happy and excited.
That's so cute.
Most of the crew seem to be okay with it. They're quite good and trained for it. Persimian stays down below deck or in the crew's areas because she's just small and she's frightened. And the rest of the crew are like, "We're worried you're going to blow off the edge of the ship." So, so please take stock downstairs and just make sure that and help out down there and things like that. The other person, of course, is Fable. The kobold is working below deck whilst this is on. It goes on for a few hours and eventually it lays off. And the rest of the crew come up and they beat off the snow and you get back up to speed. Day 2. Who would like to roll for that?
Go on then. 2.
2. Okay. 2. Day 2 is clear. It's bright. It's sunny. It's still cold. I think you come up onto the deck and someone has made a herringon snowman, probably Fable and Persimian or Paprika, by the looks of the red fur that's poking out of it without needing to.
I'm trying to refrain from Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
I think you come on and Dutch kind of comes on deck and then looks at it and then looks at you two and then sees the red fur and just... And it almost has exactly the same grumpy pose.
Oh, poor Dutch.
Dutch is on deck most of the day, and I think he clears around it as much as possible in that sort of like, well, my friends worked on this, so I'm going to leave it there.
Oh,
I'm just going to leave this mockery of my entire visage on the deck.
that's fine.
You pass lots of smaller islands. Things start to get a bit warmer as you are heading a little further south now.
Good. Ashton can start to shed some of the ridiculous amount of layers she's got.
You're not
She
going
just comes out onto the deck like this, like it's
Literally, like when you dress like a toddler up to go out in the snow. That's how she looks.
amazing. So, like Maggie Simpson in the first Christmas special. You're just
Yeah,
basically
yeah. Like a star. She just looked like a star.
Star with horns. The third day is going to take you much warmer climes. You're going to be the snow's starting to melt off the ship, the ice is, and Sid resets the ether to standard, so you can pick up a little bit more speed and things like that. Nothing really happens on the second day. I think at this point, Toby, you kind of there's like, wow, there is a lot of boring nothing in this adventuring.
Yeah, I think once the excitement of all the stuff happening on the ship wears off and Toby's kind of figured out how the elements work and stuff like that, they're just like, okay, wait, I'm gonna go look at the clouds. Okay.
This
I
is the
do.
admin. This is the admin part of it. Sorry about it.
I do think at some point, Toby will find Eugene when he is reading or sitting somewhere or whatever, and just kind of sit down next to Eugene, and just do that thing of kind of waiting until they're spoken to. So they don't want to disturb you, but are clearly waiting to have a conversation with you, and just kind of sit there like.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just actually wanted to see if you were okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Well, if you're not okay, that's also okay. Because sometimes stuff, big stuff like this, kind of throws people off a little bit.
Yeah, I guess I do feel thrown off. I'm not sure.
That makes sense. I mean, it's hard to know how you're supposed to be if something that's never happened before happens, because it's never happened before.
Yeah. I think it's just a bit of a surprise. Wait, no. Surprise is the wrong word. A shock. Surprise is usually good things,
surprise
right?
sounds fun. This doesn't sound like it was fun.
Right, he's dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, just don't try and be too okay if you're not, because sometimes hiding it just makes it worse.
I hope Rock's fucking listening.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't think I'm hiding anything. I guess I'm just not really sure how I'm feeling. Like, obviously I'm feeling sad.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I just wanted to check in.
Thanks.
That's all.
Aww.
Also, are we gonna have to fight anything?
I mean, probably, yes.
Okay.
Why, does that worry you?
No, I kind of really want to see your magic.
Oh.
Is that rude? Should I not have said that? Is that not something I should say?
No, it's just surprising, I suppose. I don't know that anyone's
I
said
don't
that.
know any wizards really. I mean, I've met a couple, but I don't really know, and so the magic is a bit different to how I do magic. So it would be kind of cool. That's all. And I know that you guys fight things a lot. Ashling showed me pictures of loads of things that you fought.
A lot of
we've
monsters with cross
fought a
eyes.
few things. I mean, I can show you something now if you want.
Yeah, go on. Wait, do we need to go outside? Is it going to like explode?
Fireball.
Well, no, I'll do something that won't damage anything.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I will just cast Dimension Door and disappear and reappear on the other side of the room.
Oh, that's cool. How far can you go?
500 feet, give or take.
Wow, that's far.
But I have to know where I'm going because, well, I mean, it helps to know where I'm going because otherwise you can end up sort of in the middle of something.
Like stuck?
Yeah, kind of. It's more like I mean I don't really know how to explain the physics of it, but like the more solid of the two things will like push the other thing, and it's painful.
That sounds like it could hurt. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so just place things so where you can see, you gotta go. Not. Okay. Good.
Yeah, or somewhere like I know where I'm going very well. So like I know the layout of the ship. So unless someone's moved everything around, I could go somewhere on the ship, for example.
Ashling is moving boxes as we speak.
I mean, that sounds a lot more fun way to get around places.
Right? Yeah.
That's much better than just like walking.
And I could take someone with me too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, do you want to try?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll cast it again. And
Okay, but Toby immediately throws their arms around Eugene's waist like that.
Oh, I forgot Toby's quite little, aren't they?
Yeah, they're only about 4.5 foot tall.
Oh!
I think Eugene's kind of surprised. I think he was gonna like offer to like hold Toby's hand as they went, but like they've already thrown their arms around him, so he's like, "Oh, okay, it's safe. Like you'll be fine, but you can hold on if you."
Okay, yeah, I'll just hold on. It's
It
okay.
makes you feel better.
Mhm.
Okay, but we're gonna have to step through the door.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's
ready?
walk with you, yeah.
Okay, and then we'll just go back to the other side of the room.
That was so cool. It felt really weird, but that was very cool. And it is better than walking. Oh my, and you can make a really good entrance.
Yeah, yeah, I should do that more often.
You should just come into rooms like that when like just ta-da and appear, and that would be really cool and probably scare people, which would be funny sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I want to see more of your magic.
Well, I'm excited to see your magic too.
Oh, I can do some stuff, but I'll show you some stuff when we're off the ship. But I can do lots of this, and Toby's going to turn to leave and just brush their hand against the door frame, and all around the door frame, just little vines with little white flowers bloom all the way around the top of the door frame. And then they're just going to go bye and wander off.
Someone keep a fucking eye on those vines, all right?
The script's working with fine trauma. I just need to remind Toby.
Yeah.
These vines have no spores, I promise.
Good. Can we keep some like weed killer on hand just in case?
I
We should
think,
have weed killer at the thing. Shit.
yeah. Eugene, now that you've seen Toby do that, I think as you kind of wander around the ship, just randomly you see that there's kind of little sort of vines or flowers, little white flowers blooming in like corners and places like where Toby has clearly just thought, oh, let's put a flower there.
Oh,
All the herbs in the kitchen are doing really well.
Yeah.
Like Toby is Paprika's favourite by far. Like all the fresh herbs are very fresh.
nice.
Oh yeah.
I think one of the things you guys notice is Zerl, as Ivrounout is calling himself, is getting on very well with the crew. Is making himself useful.
That's more than we do, so good on him.
It's going to be a mutiny soon.
Yeah. No, they knew what they were getting into. It's fine.
Yeah, they
but
signed up for this shit.
he is often found off in the evening playing cards with several of the crew members, and he always invites you all along if you want to play with them as well.
Toby definitely doesn't play, but sits sort of on a box so they can see over and watch, and is fascinated by the whole thing. But also doesn't understand that you're not supposed to look at other people's cards. So everyone else is like, every time
I think
Toby's just like wandering around going, oh, wow, what have you got? And they're like, no, shh.
Oh, you got 4 red ones.
I think
That one's got a crown.
If I add to this, I think the first night you sit next to Sid, and then the second night you go to sit next to Sid again, and he goes no and points somewhere else, or they point out somewhere else.
Sid. Ashling will probably join in with the cards if she has the, patience to learn the rules.
It's very straightforward. It's free dragon ante. It's just basically 21s in this world.
Oh, okay.
It's relatively simple, straight fun, and they pay for coppers. They don't you guys pay them reasonably well, but they are
Living wage.
Yeah.
True living wage.
Yeah, but they're
at
not
least.
flush sort of things, so they have a tendency to just kind of be careful about those sorts of things, and it's mostly to pass time. Theo, sorry, who hasn't rolled yet? Is it Charlie? You rolled.
No,
No,
I
I
haven't
rolled.
Oh, Wayne hasn't rolled.
Wayne
Sorry.
hasn't rolled.
A D6, yes.
He
Memory
has to roll a
quicker.
3.
You have to roll
Yeah.
3.
Ah, 4. Sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
you missed it.
Ooh.
I ruined it now.
So most of the rest of the last leg of the trip is going really well. It's very clear. You're making back time. It is getting warmer as you head further south. About midday, I will have a perception check off of all of you.
Perception.
Okie dokie.
Oh, blimey. Okay.
Oh, shit.
$21 for me.
21. Ashley?
10.
10, and Eugene.
Also a 10.
Cool.
Ah.
So I don't think Aisling and Eugene pick up on this, but Toby, you definitely do. At one point, you pass a small but quite busy-looking island with like a big rocky crevice, like mini mountain on the top of it, and like trees all kind of thread through it and things like that. Quite a lively place, but not unfamiliar for this part of the world. You're seeing a lot of this sort of thing. What becomes interesting to you is you look back about half an hour later and it still looms large in your vision. And initially you're like, is this a different island? It just looks the same. And then you're like, no, that crack in that rock is exactly the same. And those trees were definitely like on the north side like that. And I think it's about that sort of time that you kind of pay more close attention and you realize this island is moving in pace with you all.
I think Toby would immediately go to Sudar.
He takes a look back and goes, right, well, shall we try and outrun it, or...
I don't know. I mean, it's an island that's following us. That's not really... I've not seen that before. I
Oh,
don't
did
know.
it imprint on us? Does it
Yes,
think we're its
thing.
mum?
It's about this time that Zerl comes up and he looks positively agitated. All his hair is... Those spikes that he's made have stood up slightly
Whoa.
as the dragon underneath the disguise comes through a little bit.
It's okay. Deep breaths.
And he kind of can see Toby and Sudar looking. He looks back over his shoulder. We have company.
What? Who is it? Do you know them?
No. But their intent is clear. And I think at this point that Aisling and Eugene, this exchange between the two big figures and Toby kind of is drawing a little bit of attention, and you glance back and you see this island keeping up, and as you watch, fins with long crystalline undercut seams come out from the side of the island, and a large draconic head with a huge beak-like entity, again
Oh my goodness.
lined with all this aether stone that kind of goes through what is now, you realise, a shell. And you
Oh,
are
fuck's sake.
being pursued by a dragon turtle.
Oh, good. Great. That's not an island.
Rooney, you summoned it.
Rooney shall pay.
Yes. I think I have heard rumors about this. There is a dragon turtle in this region who has a pirate band, and as soon as Sudar says it, you see a number of smaller creatures come off the back of the giant turtle and start flying towards you. And it's this point that Zerl kind of just looks at you all and smiles, this big tusked smile. It has been a while since we fought together, but I think this will be fun. I will take care of the dragon turtle. Do you want to take care of the smaller creatures?
Want
your
isn't the word I would use, but yes.
He weaves a small spell in the air, and on the side of the ship, 3 drakes appear, summoned by him. Mount up. We'll see if we can give the ship some space.
The last time I was on the back of a dragon, it didn't go that well.
Can you summon a seatbelt onto Eugene's one, please?
Kind of smile.
Toby's just going to look at Eugene and actually like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
These drakes all lower their head to allow you to.
Oh my
The How to
God.
Train Your
I
Dragon
just need
music starts
everyone
playing.
to know
It's a
that
whole thing.
my ring of featherfall is not working.
How long ago? I think it feel like it would have been. Is it not back yet?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. And when
2
when
weeks?
did you use it?
When we were fighting the millipede.
Oh yeah, I think it's not quite been.
Man, it takes a
Not
fresh
quite.
minute, doesn't it?
It's
All right. Well,
it's
so long
sulking
as
at
you
Eugene at the moment.
stay within 60 feet of me, I have feather falls
yeah.
a reaction. So
Cool.
Okay.
Um,
Sure, that should be fine as we're all haphazardly flying around on a drake.
and we don't have any. We've not got our licenses for flying drakes. We don't know what we're doing.
so you watch Zerl kind of like bows to the crew and goes, "Do not be afraid. I'm on your side." And then leaps off of the side. And as he does, you watch the familiar shimmer and a humongous metallic dragon made of dull silver with huge spikes that you have all seen before flies off straight
Nice dad
towards,
is back.
straight before the dragon turtle, and the rest of the crew are like
I
Yeah,
think
about that.
Toby is just as
Ow. And this dragon is much bigger than the one in the forest.
That turtle's about to have a bad fucking time.
Turtle is about to regret their life choices, but that's not
Yeah,
going to
so
stop.
little rocks come out the back of the turtle as it sees.
That dragon turtle is like, oh, I made poor choices.
Well.
However, that is not going to stop his crew from doing damage to the ship if they manage to get to it. So that is, the crew will do what they can to defend themselves, but you are technically their artillery.
Yeah, okay.
oh boy.
I will have you all roll initiative for me, please.
Okie dokie.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Just give me 1 second here.
Although I don't know why I'm excited about that. But...
Oh, it'll be fun. Okie dokie. Right. What did... I don't know why that's in there. We'll ignore that. Toby, what did you get?
21.
21.
Damn,
Nice.
Toby.
Eugene.
I actually rolled well on initiative, everyone. I got
Nice.
a 20.
20.
Whoa.
Nice. Aisling.
I got an 8, so flex.
Awesome. Cool. And Toby, you are up first. If you would like to just swap to roll 20.
Oh. Ew.
And I should just pop us on the map, everybody. Oh, that's not
Oh my
right.
Pretty.
What's going on?
Okay, cool. So, first up, Toby, you all fly out where you are about the moment. On your turn, if you are close to an opponent, you can order the dragon you are riding to make a bite or a claw attack.
Close as in like melee range.
If in melee range, yeah.
Okay.
Additionally, if you are within 30 feet, they can do a shard bar burst, which is a still magical attack, like their breath weapon.
Nice. Okay, cool. And they can do that as well as.
They can do it once, and then I roll each round, each of your turns to see if they get it back.
Okay, got it. Okay, and what is my flying speed on these?
Your flying speed, if I remember correctly, is 80 foot.
Damn.
Amazing.
They are fast, and they breathe shards of metal.
Okay.
And you should be able to
I
move them both together as well.
think Toby is slightly sort of panicked about riding on a drake, but also massively excited by this whole thing. And so I think Toby is going to fly straight towards this one that's up here, and immediately ask their mount to take an attack.
Awesome. You can also do your own action during this time.
I'm still figuring that one out. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. Yeah. So I think the first thing Toby's going to do is fly towards, and then as it gets closer, kind of realize, like, oh, crap, I'm actually quite close, and this is quite scary. And Toby is just going to cast Create Bonfire on the rider.
Amazing. What do they need to roll to save on that one?
I don't know. It's a new character. Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw, and that is, he says, looking at the map. Okay, yeah, that's that guy. Okay, cool. Bear with me 1 second. He rolls a 16. So that meets his beats, doesn't it?
Yeah, meets his beats.
So I think because it's a cantrip, nothing happens.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't think
so. You kind of make this fire. You kind of put your hands out, and this fire kind of bursts forwards, and he just pulls in close to his dragon, and it kind of above his head and disappears out into the sky behind him.
I think Toby's probably just being whipped around as a 4-foot high creature on the back of this drake. Toby's just like, trying to cast spells.
Awesome. Would you like to roll your attack? You said you wanted this dragon to bite.
Well, actually, I'd like it to do its breath attack.
The breath. Okay, excellent. In which case, it's for me to do. In which case, I need to do a dexterity saving throw again on both the dragon. Little dragon he's riding. Which gets a 15, and so saves, but takes half damage. And the rider takes 14, so he fails. So could you roll me 2d8?
2d8. 5 and 7 is 12.
12 damage. So the dragon takes 6 damage, and its rider takes the full 12. So you kind of watch this little dragon that you're riding on, opens its mouth, and these bursts of these bright, like slightly hot shards just kind of burst forward, like piercing mostly into the rider and a little bit into the dragon, who kind of floats out the way. Does a barrel roll out the way. Amazing. Great first go. It is actually their go in response. So they basically work the same way you do. He is close enough that he is not... I forgot about that. So he basically pulls out this spear and tries to hit Toby to try and knock you off of your dragon. Makes 2 attacks. Cool. That is a 23 to hit on the first one.
Yes.
And 21 on the second.
Yes. Oops.
So that is a total of 13 piercing damage And there's this burst of lightning, and you take an additional 3 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And his dragon will try and scratch at your dragon.
Rude.
Because that's what he can hit at the moment. Hits. Doing. Ooh, 8, 9. And there's this burst of flame from its mouth at the same time that it bites in, doing an additional 4 fire damage. So total of 13 damage against your dragon.
Ouch.
And then, because they're nasty like that, they slip past you.
Without an attack of opportunity?
Too fast. They are literally designed to slip past your claws as you try and lash out against them.
Rude.
Disappearing down there. Next is the second one. I'm just going to change something about. Bear with me 1 second. Too many windows open.
Toby's now thinking, what was that thing Aisling said? What was the one thing we're supposed to do? Oh yeah, stay close to her, that's right. Oh.
Hey, kudos, they remembered.
That's true.
Oh.
This one will dart past 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. 80 is a lot, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heading towards, and is kind of one of them, the rider on the back, looks like they are preparing for if Aisling or Eugene come close. Next dragon. This one has a hobgoblin on the back. A big looking, like he obviously in charge and he's barking orders. It kind of comes down to here. And he barks an order, and you see all 3 of them look like they're ready. Do any of you speak Draconic?
Yes.
He's basically telling them to flank and to take down the riders first. Last one will zoom down here and comes in close to Eugene. The dragon will try and bite at the dragon, whereas the rider, actually no, they're going to come back a little bit. They're not going to go that close because they don't need to. Looks at you and will cast Burning Hands. Would you please make a dexterity saving throw? Try to remember all the different spells today.
17.
17. You beat his spell save DC, so you only take half damage. Can you also roll for your Drake as well?
11.
11. Plus 4. So he also beats.
Wait.
So you both take 7, 8, 9. Halved is around down. So 4 points of fire damage as this big tunnel of fire comes out from this wizard on the back of this dragon. They have all had their goes, which means next is Aisling. Did I miss Eugene?
Okay.
Eugene, I'm
You
so
did.
sorry. I missed. Do you want to take yours first?
Oh yeah, I rolled really bad.
Yeah. That's me. I fully expect Eugene to.
No, it's fine because now they're all in a bunch. So
Foolish Drake Riders.
Toby, you watching? You watching?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do a ping on here,
If-
but I've worked out like there's a square just in the middle of the 3 on the right.
yeah.
That I can get all 3 of them in the 20-foot radius and not Toby.
Nice.
Decent.
And I'm gonna cast at 4th level.
Yeah. Cool. So they all need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes, they do.
I need more dice. So blue for drakes. Riders. Both the riders fail. The hobgoblin fails.
Ooh, that dice noise, Theo. That's so many.
Hey, Hedge. You remember how badly Dal rolled on last Friday? Yeah, we're looking at that. I literally rolled 6 dice and none of them came up above a 5.
Start doing my
Ah, boo-hoo.
Fuck them up, Eugene.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. That's 35 points of
Okay, bear
Oh
with
my
me.
God!
I just need to apply some damage to some things.
To everything.
OP!
Oh my god.
One of the dragons is looking extremely rough.
Bummer.
I do love the fact that when Theo rolls the 9 million dice that goes with that, it also looks like they're doing this.
Excellent.
So the only one you didn't hit was the so both this is brilliant. So 2 of the dragons don't have riders anymore.
Nice!
As
My god.
So good.
Yep. So as they literally just gone.
Eviscerated.
That means that these drakes are no longer under control, and we will do a morale check for them at the beginning of each of their turns.
We
Nice.
convert them.
Amazing. Well done, Theo. Jeez.
Yeah, that's fucking delicious.
The hobgoblin is looking quite badly wounded and extremely pissed off. That would
Tracks.
make it Ashling's go.
I mean, I have no more level 4 spell slots because I did waste 2 showing off with Toby. Yeah.
Wasn't that yesterday? No, that was
That was my
yesterday.
last.
So you've had a long rest since then.
Oh, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
and
Oh, have we? Oh, wait, hang on. Then I need to roll
because we
something.
rolled for 3 days, didn't
Yeah.
we?
that is true. It was.
So
Yes.
you have a...
Bear with, I've got to roll something.
That would be hilarious otherwise.
But well done and on being honest though and marking off your spell slots. Thank you for that.
I was like, oh, oops.
Okay.
Worth it.
Maybe next time when I'm showing off, I'll use a cantrip.
You won't.
Not as impressive.
No,
No,
it's
Morgan
just not.
Freeman's voice suddenly comes
Sparkly.
over, but he never did. So that will make it Ashling's go.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna fly here.
Yep.
And Hobgoblin is this chap, right?
Yep.
Alright, cool. I will Hex first as my bonus action.
Amazing.
The Hobgoblin.
Awesome. That's interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah. He is Hex. Apparently when it's grouped, you can't pick them out very easily, and I can't be bothered to ungroup them just yet, so...
Fair enough.
Because they're
All
probably
good.
not going to survive this.
I was going to say, I mean, the way Aisling and Eugene are knocking them down, I mean...
Damn Eugene.
Yeah.
Alright, and then I will I'm gonna firebolt the
Firebolt?
Hobgoblin dickhead.
Not
No,
blast?
I'm gonna firebolt. Thought I'd mix up my portfolio.
Mixing it up a little.
Amazing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you and your crazy self.
That was a nat 20.
Okay, well, bugger me,
Bye.
basically. Would you double? So first of all, you take the max number on the dice, or 2 dice at your level, I think. Yeah.
2d10.
2d10, so that's 20. Roll 2d10, add that to them, and then any modifiers that you add as normal.
And the hex as well.
And then you add your hex. And oh yeah, you double as a 6. So that's an additional 12. So that's 32.
Fucking, I'm gonna write this shit down. Okay.
Before you've rolled your 2d20s. 2d10s, sorry.
Oh my Christ. Okay. This is delicious.
Oh my god.
OP. Okay. So that was 5 on the 2d10s. 5 total.
5 total. So
Yeah.
that was 37 damage. So
How fucked is Hobgoblin?
So you burn through the hobgoblin, and you know what? With that natural 20, I'm gonna kind of just go out and say it. You carry over the remaining damage onto the dragon mount below.
Oh!
Describe how you eviscerate both of these creatures with
Oh!
firebolts.
I think it makes Aisling jump because she's not used to, because all that stuff changed after they went through the ways and she didn't quite know what or how. So yeah, I think she was just expecting to cast just a normal like firebolt after Eugene's big spectacular one. She was like, oh yeah, I'll help. And then they just like in a puff of ash just like fall. And she's like, oh!
So you guys watch as Aisling holds out her hand, and then it's that very big manga thing where there's a little tiny red dot which kind of goes out of it. Almost like a fireball, and all that rage and sorrow and just general negative energy that you guys have been carrying around just burns through this unfortunate hobgoblin who dared to try and piracy on your vessel.
The secret ingredient was trauma.
I think you're like kind of left with your hand out on the back of this dragon who's kind of looking at you as if to say, "What the fuck?"
I don't know.
Where did you put that cannon?
Hello, by the way, I'm Aisling. Introducing myself to my dragon.
Yes.
That's fair.
Right, you this close, you can see that they're ever so slightly translucent just around the edges because they're creatures of creation rather than real dragons.
Nice.
Still polite to let them know who I am.
I think it's perfect. I mean, you talk to an invisible creature all the time, and
Exactly.
so top of the round. You guys watch as Ivrounout crashes into the side of this dragon turtle, which is actually slightly smaller than he is, wrapping his
shit.
spiked tail around one of the fins and turning him, crushing it like you hear grinding stone of metal against stone. And
Get him, Night Dad.
you guys hear.
Nuts.
You guys hear Toby hears in Draconic. The rest of you just hear this booming, guttural language of like hisses and barks.
Unless there's subtitles, then Aisling knows what's going on.
And Toby hears, "Surrender now, and I will let you live."
Fair enough.
The dragon turtle is trying to bite back and kick off at the same time. Okay, Toby, it is your go.
Okay.
We've made a good first impression, I feel.
Yeah, no, Toby is sort of stunned, but also now wants to help out. So I am going to fly my full distance, which should take me to here, next to this dude.
It's 80 foot, not 90 foot, so I think you're not quite there.
Oh,
Sorry.
I thought it was. Oh, and I can't even check where I was now. God
Just
damn
if you control Z, it should take you back.
it.
No. Man, let me try. Nope, that's not
No.
right. That's
Okay. Okay, well then I shall stay further away. In that case, what I shall do is I shall guiding bolt it.
nice. And how does this manifest when you cast it? Because I'll roll the dex save.
It just looks like a beam of kind of sparkling blue energy, very very deep blue in the middle with sort of little pinpoints of light in it. Sorry, I'm trying to find spells, all new spells.
It's a dex save from me. Are you
Correct.
targeting the rider or the dragon?
I'm going to target the rider, yes.
Okay. They did not pass that roll. I am
really?
rolling like toffee today.
Okay. So
Hey,
that is...
just means the big monsters are probably going to get the nat 20s.
No.
No.
So that is... 15 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice. They take 15 points of damage and they glow, if I'm not right. It doesn't matter. How do you want to do this?
Oh, I think just this beam of kind of sparkly dark blue energy with the little pinpoints just kind of almost envelop the creature or the rider. And then kind of as it dissipates, there's just like literally looks like there's just like a sprinkling of dust and they're gone.
Nice. Yep.
Damn.
He is gone. So, all the dragon riders are dead. I am going to roll morale on the dragonelles, the drakes that are, and see what they do.
Yeah, how you feeling?
Because they're not feeling great.
Not feeling so cocky now, are you?
Yeah. All of them bar one pretty much go yeah, no, and start immediately turning and heading back to roost on the dragon turtle. One of them is brave enough to hold their ground, but as soon as they see the rest of their flock go, they go as well.
Yeah. Wise.
Do you pursue or do you let them go?
No, I don't think we
Go.
would pursue,
No,
right?
yeah, I don't think Toby would.
No. If they were people, maybe, but they're dragons. They can kind of do their own thing.
So you watch as these dragons head back, limping, some of them very badly injured, very badly burnt.
I almost feel bad. I really like dragons.
These are dragonelle, they're slightly different. And from where you stand, you can see that this dragon is pushed dragon turtle is pushed very dangerously close to the sky shield, and then it kind of snaps back in draconic. I surrender. I made a mistake.
That's after he sees Eugene and Ashling's attacks, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dematerializing their forces.
I surrender.
Ivrounout kind of pulls back, and then kind of like he's floating, comes back just so he's in front of you, and this dragon turtle limps away from the sky shield and starts pushing back the way that they came, like as fast as they can. You see,
Ashley's just over Ivanought's shoulder, like, yeah.
Yeah, you better run.
as they turn, you can see that there is this constructed, like, quite badly damaged now, like houses and things with little tiny sky ships and things. So clearly, this dragon turtle is using these humanoids as to gather wealth for it. This is
Clever.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pyramid scheme.
yeah. Amazing rolls, guys, and terrible rolls from me.
It worked great.
That was amazing.
It worked great.
Oh dear. As Ivrounout kind of waits until they are definitely not following you all, and then he sweeps under you all and those dragons kind of just land on him and then slowly melt into him, leaving you sitting on his back. Something that's very
I wave
familiar.
goodbye to my little dragon.
Something that's very familiar to Aisling and Eugene, and he flies back to the ship, like kind of docking ever so slightly and allowing you to climb off the back of his head before turning back into his half-orc form. And the crew...
I think Toby's very quiet on the back of Ivrounout and just kind of like quite wide-eyed and kind of quiet until we're on the deck. And then as soon as we hit the deck, Toby's like, "Oh my God, that was amazing! You were amazing, Eugene. And Aisling, you had like the fire and you blasted them, and they just like disappeared and disintegrated. And then Ivrounout was just going to like rerun the entire fight to you, despite the fact that you were there."
And I think this is kind of echoed by Sage and Fable, who are excited. Some of the more mature members of the crew are looking at you all as if to say, "You brought a fucking dragon onto the ship?"
Oh, we didn't.
Well, it's a good job that we did.
Ooh.
Sudar, of course, you told, who's kind of like even he's like, "I did not expect that. That was wow. Okay, enough gawping. We need to put some distance just in case he and his friends want to try again. Even if they are that stupid. Come, back to work. And it kind of snaps the crew back into it. And it looks over, and he's having a closer look, chat to Sid and Danger. He kind of looks over the two of their heads and just kind of nods as if to say, "I'll control this situation. Don't worry about it. This is why you pay him."
We have people for controlling that situation.
Congratulations, you smashed my dragon problem.
It always goes this well, Toby. It's
Yeah.
always this.
See, I told you we were efficient.
You were amazing, and you were just like so brave and so quick as well. I thought it was going to take ages, and then just like in one or two things, then they were just all crispy, and it was amazing. I think I need to sit down now.
I think I'll sort of
Wow.
glance over at Eugene with a look that is like, "What a good fluke, hey?" Ooh.
So lucky when they just all gather within 20 feet of each other.
I know, and have no hand-eye coordination apparently whatsoever.
Yeah, but we got to maintain. the-
DM will remember this.
No, he won't.
Well done, guys. That was really good. And I think that is a great place for us to take a quick break. We're going to go grab something to drink and a snack and use the facilities. We suggest you do the same, but please do have a look at the slides that we've put together for the break. If you or any of your friends need any support, any of your trans siblings need any support, there are a number of different organisations, all of whom are out to help, offer advice, and not just, with the negative stuff, but also share joy and, other things that are going on.
And there are organizations in the UK, in the US, and Canada as well listed. So,
and a big thank you to Wayne and Theo for putting this together. We'll be back in 10 minutes. See you soon. 5-2.
God, Chris, you really shouldn't say that about our viewers. That's
I
really
know.
not
Oh my
very nice to
God.
say about our viewers.
Rocks fall, you all die.
Wow,
Hey,
Charlie.
I did nothing.
Charlie is playing with Ashling's life right now.
I will kill characters. This has been seen.
Really?
I will
Okay,
also
I'm
go.
sorry.
I will also bend over backwards to make the plot so that you can get them back. But you know that's.
Oops.
Hi! Hello everybody, we are back. Apologies for the slight glitch with the video. Somebody forgot to loop it, somebody being me, of course. So I apologise for that. But what we're going to do is we'll actually make sure we pop it up on our socials for everybody as well. So it is available for anybody who needs it. So... Dragons! Before the break, our friends... and the Dragon's Hope has made the long trek towards the plains of Thavirr. On their way, they were attacked by a flying dragon turtle, one of the evolved creatures that actually the Allcaster mentioned that they had changed when if you could cast your mind back, that they had adapted certain creatures.
I can't cast my mind back by like 6 minutes, never mind a whole week.
I don't remember that either. I was busy dying.
Fair enough.
Yep.
A dragon turtle with a pirate crew who clearly has been preying on stray vessels through the region, not really realizing what was on board this shiny, very shiny, because your ship is quite shiny.
Hell yeah, it is. Not stealthy, but very shiny.
That was traveling through its region as Ivrounout transformed into a dragon, gave you some temporary mounts in the form of spiritual drakes, and you eviscerated the pirate crew that tried to stop you.
So much.
Tried is the key word there.
Yeah. They are now going off to lick their... Well, those of them that survived have gone off
they're going off. What do you mean they're going off?
to lick their wounds and think about their life choices at this point.
Yep.
So Eugene's didn't say I surrender. He said I cast fireball, and it all went from there. You guys, the rest of that third day is much quieter. Funnily enough,
I hope so.
The crew double watch, and I think some of them are very suspicious of any island that doesn't immediately react the way that they expect it to for a while.
I feel like they're watching it like with a pencil to track to see if it's following.
Yeah.
I think Toby's doing exactly the same thing, but is excited every time we pass an island that looks big enough to be a dragon turtle.
Exactly. So none of the islands follow you the rest of the journey, but they do start to get larger, and you see small groups of civilization and things like that. And it isn't long before what looks like a royal Daklan barge comes close from one of these islands, from what looks like a lookout post. It sidles up alongside and flags you down. Sudar stops the ship because you don't want to get shot out the sky. And 2 official-looking guards step on board.
As I see them coming, can Toby just head down to the quarters and is going to just make sure that Rock's door is sort of locked, if that's possible, if there's a key in the lock?
Yeah.
Just to kind of, in case they go down there, just to maybe they won't know.
Yeah.
Keep the eggs.
Keep the eggs hidden.
At the very least, it'll delay things long enough for somebody to explain.
Dimension door inside and hide them.
Not without a spell slot, they won't.
I don't feel like Eugene used that many spell slots in that fight.
Didn't need it.
One and done.
Yeah.
One and done.
One and done.
Love that.
Wow.
For those of you who think CRs are rubbish, do not trust CR system. It doesn't work. Just throw weird shit at people. It's funnier. You kind of watch as Sudar kind of handles most of this. They do come over at one point. One of them take off. They've got these like quite beautifully engraved with floral patterns and like an embossed sun and a moon on either side, and a large plume. The garb itself is red leather with a tabard over the side with the Daklan royal emblem, which for those of you who haven't seen it, it is a sun above a moon above a crown with a light beam cutting through it, showing the link of the Queen of Daklan, Her Grace, and her link to both Brother Moon and Sister Sun, the 2 major religions in Daklan. The shorter of the 2, a female soldier with curly red hair and blue eyes, steps up and shakes all your hands. Welcome to Daklan. Officially, you are just a little while out of the isle as the major island of Thavirr. I am Lieutenant Creeds. I just need to ask you a few quick questions. I understand that you are on a mission of mercy. Is that right?
Yes.
And you intend to see the Duchess Therromire?
That's the plan, if possible.
She is a very busy woman, but I'm certain that she would like to meet you, or your reputations do precede you.
We do have badges. So.
She smiles at this. But you are Parshkik's chosen, aren't you?
Yeah.
And this is the Dragon's Hope, yes?
Yeah.
Fantastic. It should be a mere formality to get you an audience at the palace, but if you would like to follow our barge into the main island, we can get you settled down and make sure that everyone is aware that you are there, so you do not get challenged unnecessarily.
Okay.
And she kind of stops for a second and kind of goes, I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm glad that we can help in returning a hero to this world.
Thank you.
And she snaps a sharp salute, and her companion leave the vessel. Get onto this barge, and there's about 15 people on, like, all armed in the similar armor on it. Some of them not wearing as much decoration as she was. The barge takes the lead and guides you in, and you go through quite a number of smaller islands until you come out from a cloud bank and you see the Plains of Thavirr for the first time. None of the descriptions in any book you have read will do this land justice. In the scattered lands, there is no island as large and as complete as Thavirr. Rolling fields, hills, forests, and lakes as far as you can see. An island so big you cannot see the other side. A singular, unique experience in these lands. You can see from where you are, because you're still quite high, descending towards it, it does scrape the bottom of the sky shield a little bit, as you might expect a heavier landmass to do so, but it doesn't look like it's in any danger of falling. Rich veins of ether crystal can be seen on the underside, just pulling out of view, and you come across several settlements, all farmlands and arable lands and things, and you seem to be heading towards one of 4 larger towns. Nestled against a lake so large it actually has water-based vessels nearly large enough to hold your crew. Fishermen eagerly sweeping up silver fish that kind of flow through that, the kind of ebbing tides of it all. You crest and come down into what is a rich white stone tower, beautiful and elegant, decorated with golden domes and blue flags everywhere with a white dragon. The crest of the Therromire family. You pull into a wooden dock, quite large, but you notice that there are 4 air docks and twice as many sea docks as you see elsewhere. You can hear the people calling out to each other as fishermen come back and forth. Farmers come in from the lands. There is the smell of fresh cured meat on the air, cheeses, everything. Anything you can imagine is being produced here to be shipped out to Daklan and beyond. Welcome to the Plains of Thavirr, the heart of what makes the Daklan, royal nation of Daklan, beat.
So cool.
This vessel docks very gentle. You have a chat with your crew, who will see what they can do, pick up some trade, which is probably a good opportunity here.
Phrasing. Sorry.
Get you some.
The soldiers wait along the dock, says Chris, ignoring his cast.
Hey, this is a queer-friendly stream, all right?
Did everyone take a horny pill whilst we were on break? They await in actually what looks like full attention. A runner is sent up. Behave. Everyone breathe. Okay, breathe in.
This is why we can't sit next to each other in class, guys.
I've already separated you, okay? You watch as a runner is sent up to the keep, this large white building with the gold domes. Disperses off, and Lieutenant Creed says, shouldn't be too long, maybe half an hour at the tops, depending on how busy it is up at the keep. Please do not wander too far from the vessel at the moment, because I wouldn't want you to miss your opportunity. But do feel free to avail yourself of any of the goods along the side here. Everything is for sale. I'm certain there's some things that would be useful to most people. And she goes back to kind of just work, like making sure her men are ready to kind of march you where you need to.
Do we have to dress up to see this Duchess?
Oh, God,
no
Eugene,
idea,
do we have to dress up to see them?
I don't know.
If you don't know, we're not going to know.
Ivrounout in his orcish form is kind of looking. He looks at you all and goes, "Well, I'm not dressing up."
We know.
You're a dragon. No one expects you to. I mean, you're already.
Yes. So it comes to that. The Duchess knows who I am. I imagine she is very close to Khanorrix. So
Okay.
be polite. She may be surprised to see me, but she will accept my plea. What happens beyond then is down to her and Khanorrix to decide. But I am here to support you all the way.
What do we need to say?
Be honest. Tell her exactly what you need and why.
Okay.
And then listen to anything that she tells you in response. The Duchess is a clever woman, from what I understand. So you would serve you well to treat her with respect.
What exactly do you want from her?
What I want? Nothing.
No, not you then.
Well, sorry, you say it, Eugene. You're the smart one.
Well,
no pressure.
We need her help in the getting Rock back.
She must petition the Dragon of the East, her grandsire, on your behalf to return Rock's soul from beyond the veil.
Right, so she's going to ask her grandsire to help us.
Yeah, but I imagine that there's probably going to be something we're going to have to do in exchange for her doing us a favor.
Yeah, we've sort of been pre-warned that it's going to be like a... Yeah, we'll have to
Anything
do
I
something.
can take off of your hands, I will, but it is likely she will want something from you directly.
Okay. Well, we've got that weird purple potion. She can have. Maybe that's something.
I feel that's a
No.
very strong bargaining position, yes.
I feel like you're being sarcastic. Maybe.
Speaking of the purple potion, can I look at it actually?
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything with it until you tell me what it is.
I think you got long enough to actually cast Identify as a ritual if you want to at this point.
Yeah, I think it's 10 minutes as a ritual.
Yeah, 10 minutes plus the casting time, so it's about an additional 6 seconds after that. What's 6
Shit,
seconds?
do we have those 6 seconds?
It's 11 minutes actually.
Ah, there we go.
Total. So
Well,
yeah.
then you
I'll
don't have
cast,
time, no.
I'll cast Identify.
So this is what comes back.
Hmm.
This is a healing potion, and there's other magic twisted through. And the interesting thing is, there is deliberately an enchantment in the bottle that obscures what the liquid inside is.
For feck's sake.
But you do now know that the Ashling has a bottle that can contain up to a potion's worth of fluids that if someone casts Identify on it, will show up as something else.
Oh, it's the magic.
You get shit through
bottle.
customs.
The magic is in the bottle. So,
Okay.
deal, you got yourself a magic bottle that disguises its substance inside.
We can bring booze into festivals.
I mean, again,
yeah, but the funny thing, Aisling, I can't tell you what this is.
Oh. Okay.
but it is a healing
why?
potion.
Yeah, it's a healing potion, but there's also something else in there. But the bottle is magical of some kind, and it's obscuring what is inside.
Okay, but what's inside is a healing potion.
And something.
Yeah,
You get
that's the bit.
Actually, I'll give you this as well because you kind of spent the time looking at it. The reason that you can tell it's a healing potion as well as something else is because the something else is what the bottle is focusing on hiding.
Okay.
So it's definitely a healing potion, but it's a healing potion with an extra effect.
So
Yeah, I mean, good news is that it's definitely a healing potion.
So drink is fine.
I wouldn't say is fine, but I can tell you that it will heal you.
There you go.
Okay. All right, I'll take that, and then I'll not.
But I will
throw
also
away
add the proviso of like, why would you want to hide something that was like a good thing? So maybe use some caution.
Okay.
Before drinking.
Drink
Maybe.
it in like a open space with ventilation.
Yeah,
and
or
you
maybe
guys
just
far away.
Don't drink it. I mean, we have
That's
plenty
no
of
fun.
other healing potions.
It's no fun though.
Yeah, but... It's a mystery. We've got to solve the mystery.
Maybe don't
Yeah,
drink it before we see the Duchess.
Well, no, I don't need any healing at the moment, so I'm good.
Okay, good. And if you do, just tell me, and I think I can help. Because
I forgot.
What if you take it and it gives you bad gas or something, and then when you're talking to her, it's really embarrassing.
Oh, what if I get my beard back?
You had a beard?
More sketchbook time. I drew so many. I drew so many selfies during that time.
It's during this conversation that Eugene notices a large group of armed people coming down from the keep. At the head of them is a very striking figure, a teal-skinned tiefling with shock of white hair and eyes that seem to flash with intent. Very short, only about 4'11", with an air of command around them. She marches at the head of what looks like a sort of like an honor guard, I suppose, and comes down the steps before standing sort of a few feet off from you. I take it I am in the presence of Parshkik's chosen.
Well, yes, 2/3 of.
Yeah.
I am Lady Neves Orinda. I am here to guide you to my benefactor, and it is an honor to meet you.
Hi, I'm Aisling.
I'm Eugene, and this is Toby.
Nice to
Hi.
meet you all.
I'm not one of Parshkik's chosen, but I'm just helping.
They're like an honorary member.
And Zell, it's like, I am Zell. She goes, I know full well who you are, but you are welcome here, providing
Can I insight check that?
you behave yourself in accordance with our laws. Zell nods. You can insight check that, yeah,
I
absolutely.
sounded right. Woo! All right. Oh, okay. 27. Yeah,
That on the
hiding nothing.
sassometer.
There was no malice to it. It was just her informing him that she does indeed know who he is, which means that she is fully aware that he is a dragon.
Sounded so shady. I know who you are.
Am I right, Chris, that he said that Khanorrix is and him are not on good terms?
He didn't say they're on bad terms. He just said they know each other, but they hadn't talked to each other for a long time. So,
okay.
She's not an enemy. But
They're not like rivals or anything.
They're kind of neutral to each other, but they're both dragons of Ivrounout and Parshkik's age tend not to seek out conflict because they have bigger things to worry about. So it's entirely if this white dragon, this Khanorrix is also an elder white dragon, which it sounds like she is. She also will not seek out conflict, but will be very aware of the other elder dragons around that she can.
Oh, he said they were territorial, though, didn't he?
Yes,
Okay,
entering each other's territory is very much taboo unless you desperately need something from each other.
That's why we had to go and meet him, and he couldn't rock up to where we were, right?
Yeah,
there was a dragon in the forest.
Yeah. It's a young
I remember
dragon,
there was something like that.
As you've seen, he probably wouldn't have had any problems dealing with that dragon, but then he would have had to deal with that fallout and the druids, and
it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing, and he just didn't want to deal with it. So,
and nobody likes the family drama.
Yeah. Lady Orinda kind of like just nods her head. If you would follow me, please, and turns on her heel, and the guards kind of they're not. It's an honor thing, so you don't feel. It doesn't feel menacing, but it's a bit unusual. You've never had this much attention, even in Cloud's Curse.
Just before she turns around, can I sort of say to her, like, "Oh, is there a dress code?"
I see how you're dressed is fine.
Okay.
But if you would like to clean up before you meet the Duchess, I am more than happy to provide.
It's shady, bitch.
Can I prestidigitate the obvious dirt that I have on my face, apparently?
It's just a kind of a gentle sort of.
But if you want to clean up a bit.
Exactly. What you're wearing is great, but you might want to clean up a bit.
You are looking for shade where there is none. She's literally being.
We have deodorant for free on this island.
Tell me, and she starts walking. Tell me, have you eaten today?
I can't remember. Eugene, did we eat?
Yeah, we had breakfast.
Okay.
I mean, that was quite a while ago.
Well, why don't I order some food for you whilst you get yourselves prepared, and as soon as the Duchess is ready, she will see you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
She walks you through this. It's actually quite a small town in comparison. It's probably comparable size to maybe Malwind, but you get the impression the reason that it's this small is because in this space, lots of people do not need to be in one place. You saw so many farmsteads and small towns and things on the way in. You kind of get the impression that people can commute here when they need to. Like they go out to the farms, go out on the lakes, go hunting, get what they need, and this is more of a trade post with a few people who work locally who just happen to live here, and of course the keep itself. You're led through beautiful buildings. Again, this Declanian style white stone, lots of gold and blue everywhere you can see, purposefully manifested. And I'll have an arcana check off of anyone who would like to.
Oh, I definitely will, because I'll be fascinated by the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't feel like anyone
nice.
would be doing that.
Arcana. 22.
22. Nice.
24.
24. Right, you
Oh!
both get this. I think that it probably occurs to Eugene ever so slightly quicker than it does Toby, but mostly because this is one of your specialties. A lot of this stone was probably created by wizards purposefully to kind of fit a theme. You notice that outside of town, some of the stuff that is built for locals is made from like granite and other stones and things like that, but just anything that is to do with the central area of Daklan, any official buildings and that, all made from the same white stone. You both know, and Toby, you know this from talking to other druids, Daklan has the highest percentage of arcane users of any of the nations. It's one of the ways they managed to stand up to the Empire so long, is because although the Empire has a proper war machine, the wizards of Daklan are considered second to none.
Ooh, cool.
In addition to, allegedly, the direct protection of Sister Sun and Brother Moon.
Was this where Eugene was offered like an internship or a scholarship or whatever it was?
One of the places, yes.
One of the places, one of the institutions in your queue, you know.
You are led up to the keep, and you are into this large open space with lots of armor and paintings and beautiful red drapery, and again this banner with the blue background and the white dragon and the Daklanian sigils, and lots of paintings of Her Majesty the Queen and her mother and her mother's mother, all through this area, as well as a very large portrait of a quite imposing dark-skinned woman with braided hair standing with a familiar-looking teal-skinned tiefling. Both of them looking incredibly regal, like a family.
I think Toby's just going to, like, as soon as she spots it, as soon as Toby spots them, is going to kind of point at it and just be like, I think that, oh my God, yeah.
I can hear you, you know.
Sorry, I didn't know. Is that you?
It is. I was raised here.
That's really cool.
It's a very big painting.
You're actually very lucky. I was actually off on my way to my own estates to take care of my family business. But it's nice to be able to meet the rumors that have been going around. Don't do you justice.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Take it how you will. She says, she smiles, and she shows you to a little antechamber, which has like really nice decor. I think like Baroque furniture all over the place, like red velvet, a little roaring fire, lots of books for you to read, paintings and like to just kind of engage you. Please, I'll have some food sent through, and as soon as the Duchess is ready, we'll make sure that you can access her.
Thanks.
Welcome. Enjoy yourself, and I will see you soon. She just closes the door behind her, and she goes.
Wow, do you meet a lot of royal people?
Weirdly, yeah. It's happened. I'm very afraid to touch anything in here. Everything's very clean and nice.
Searle is already picking up several small porcelain things
God.
in his big hand. Just kind of looking and goes, I've never really understood the fascination with trinkets like this, and putting it back very gently. What? I'm a dragon. I'm not an idiot. I know how this body works.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh. Doctor! She's just gonna like sit on because she knows what she's fucking like. She's gonna sit on the nearest fainting couch and like sit on her hands to stop herself doing anything.
I think Toby's just looking around at like on every shelf, like every book, pulling out every book to look at like what it is, everything.
Lots and lots of treatises and history books and things on farming methods and arable seasons, and it's the sort of things that you would expect to be in this place. It looks prettier than it actually is fun to read. Lots of little literature as well, like popular literature, lots of Declanian legends, a couple of things about the Empire, oddly enough. Make an investigation check for me, please, Toby.
14.
You find there's a few books on the mating and life cycles of dragons.
Phil, put it down.
50 Shades of Dragon.
50 Shades of Dragon.
50 Shades of Grayscale.
Oh, that's no.
That was good.
That was good.
Disgraceful.
That was good.
I'm not rewarding it. You don't get rewarded for that.
I mean, if there are any plants in the room, Toby's just going to make sure that they're kind of pepped up a little bit by the time we leave.
There are. Actually, you find that they're very well taken care of, but they are definitely house plants. So they've been trimmed back, and I think when you finish with them, they're a little more full body. Natural looking.
A little less pruned, I think you'll find.
Yes. So everything just kind of looks a bit once Toby's done. You are left on your own for probably about 10 minutes before a smart-looking human man in a doublet with that crest on it comes in, brings you in several trays, like lots of sweet treats, small meats, cheeses, breads and things, just like lots of little picky things that you can kind of eat and fill yourself up
A
on
charcuterie.
without having to. Yeah, exactly. Butler Dan the human man, not Oh shoot! I didn't realise that you knew I was moonlighting.
Not so fucking dangerous now, are you?
We don't know what's in this food. He might be.
It's his cousin Stan.
But
the
Standard
human
Stan,
man.
the human man.
Oh, poor Stan. Stan is short for standard.
Yeah, and I think overall you're probably waiting about half an hour or so before Neves comes back and guides you through the inside of the keep and through to an open area, which actually does look like it houses like a proper like unit of soldiers and things in there. So it does look like they are prepared to protect this area, and I think it makes sense because you're like, if this is the main food resource for most of Daklan and one of the biggest trading exports for Daklan, having a military presence here is just sensible. You're guided through courtyard, and I think you make an insight check, all of you.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I can do that. 17.
17.
Oh, I got an 8.
An 8. Okay.
12.
A 12. Toby, you get the impression that Neves is deliberately taking you through just to let you all know that this is a working keep and that there are people here who can protect it if they need to. And you get the impression it's not necessarily for you, Aisling, and Eugene so much as it is for Zerl. So clearly,
Neves, chill.
although she's okay with Zerl being here, she's just letting him know that if things don't go the way that he wants to, they will totally fight him.
She's doing the equivalent of like stretching and showing a gun on her belt.
It is basically the social equivalent of that. Yeah.
I think Toby's just going to quietly say to Aisling and Eugene, wow, they really like their uniforms in this place.
Right, fancy, aren't they? They're really nice.
Everyone's got a uniform. I've seen like 8 different uniforms.
Whoa.
kind of actually it probably strikes both Aisling and Eugene like the Cloudskern have a uniform, but it's much simpler, much more practical than this. This is definitely much showier. And the druids don't have a standard uniform because they don't need it.
Nope.
You.
It's ripped jeans and plaid shirt day every day for the druids.
We're druids, not lesbians.
I mean, some of them are both.
I mean, I was going to say, they're not mutually exclusive, let's be clear, but...
That's goals. Druid lesbian aesthetic. That's fucking goals.
Close.
Beyond this courtyard, you are led into the keep proper, where there is quite clearly a meeting hall. At the far end is a large dais with a steel throne and a large painting of a white dragon, a serpentine white dragon behind it. And sitting in the chair is the imposing dark-skinned woman from the painting. A little older around the face, a little few more wrinkles and a touch more grey in her hair, but both those beautiful braids, all decked out with golds and blues, and a white jacket, a white undercoat under a soft grey, like I'd say almost like a kimono in our world, but like a little different, like a day jacket sort of for comfort. And presently she's hearing the petition of I'd say weaselly looking human man. And she looks bored. And as soon as her eyes settle on the four of you, you can hear just loudly go, "Well, that will be enough of that then. If you do not pay the fine, I cannot be held responsible for what the law will do. I am giving you every opportunity to come right on this one, Eric. You've worked with us a long time, but you owe taxes, and the crown will collect." And this man just kind of looks like stunned, like he's almost physically been stabbed. Of course, Your Grace. I'll make sure that we double check everything and that you have the correct documentation presented to you within the week. 2 days. You have 2 days. And do not try to cheat me again. And he just bows and kind of
Sort your shit out, Eric.
turns and
Fucking fantasy HMRC is coming for you.
As he walks past on his way out, I'm just gonna go, Eric.
It kind of looks askance for a second, like, who the hell is this? And then he sees Zerl is probably standing directly behind Toby, and he's kind of like goes a paler shade of white, if that's possible, and it just kind of keeps on going. And I think you do hear a rumbling chuckle from Zerl as you.
Nah.
Oops.
Neves steps up to the throne, to the dais, and she just bows politely with a gentle curtsy at the edge. Countess, may I present to you Zerl, Toby, and Parshkik's chosen, Aisling and Eugene Appleby. Glorious, and I thought today was going to be a complete waste. Please come, approach. And she just looks you all over and kind of raises an eyebrow. And every one of you she sort of sits on, you feel like she's just getting a real sense of you. This kind of like very matriarchal energy. Toby, this is exactly how Sib looks at people while she's deciding what she's going to do with them.
Yeah, I think Toby definitely sort of stands to the back and lets the others sort of be in the front for this.
But you're so little, you're not going to see anything.
That's fine. It also means they can't see me.
So, the heroes of Cloudskern come before me with a tabaxi from the forest, one of the few places in Daklan that we can't tame. and a wild orc from the north. And Zol, you can see Zol. I think Aisling, your passive, Aisling and Toby, your passives are high enough to see that Zol kind of curls a smile because there's this whole talk around the fact that they know who Zol is. There's no hiding it really, but they're doing it because there's other people in the room. Your reputations mostly precede you. I am not familiar with your feline friend, though I imagine if she is outside, she has the Archdruid's blessing to be here. Is that right? Or do I need to put you on a ship back to where you should be?
No, they're like a new addition. It's fine.
They're with us.
Sib knows.
Good. Because I would not like to upset Master Archdruid Sib. That
No, neither would I.
is a terrifying woman. So, you all come before me, and I have to admit I'm surprised. What could Parsket's Chosen want from me?
Well, I don't know how much you've heard about us, but there's normally 3 of us.
Neve steps forward. I did notice that there was no sign of Lord Revokas on the ship or here.
Yeah.
Ah, where is Lord Revokas?
Dead.
I am very sorry for your loss. I did not meet him personally, but I heard a reputation.
It's just brilliant. It's so typically Ashby.
Yeah.
It's like, where is he? He's dead.
I think you kind of do hear Zell go, beautifully handled.
Thanks.
Yeah, Brock normally handles the diplomacy.
I understand. Please be yourselves. Please speak plainly. I have no real time for over-pomp and ceremony, to be honest with you.
Oh,
Probably
good.
maybe
Okay.
it's a good thing he's not here.
Ooh! Get him!
Wow.
When you're not allowed to tell Rock that Theo said that.
As Neves will incline to you, I have to spend far too much time at the royal court as it is. Neves kind of tries to suppress. It's kind of like her noble training is kind of fighting with her urge to grin because her godmother is kind of throwing shade at the court. So what can I help you with? Zell kind of looks at the
Yeah, I'll sort of look over at Zell a bit and be like, I think.
Zell kind of steps forward. If it pleases the Duchess, these children would seek an audience with your patron to petition the Great Dragon Khanorrix to intercede with her father on their behalf and reclaim the lost soul of Lord Revor. The Countess sits back. The Duchess, sits back and she kind of looks this over. Oh, you want me to ask an ancient white dragon to talk to her godly grandsire and get back your friend's soul? I do like you all. That is bold. Very bold.
Like a good bold or a bad bold?
Oh, bold is always good. Whether it gets the results you need or not, it doesn't matter. Bold is always good. And she stands up, and she's actually not that tall a woman. But she does have that whole presence going on. She's she's definitely like a presence and a power to her and things like that. And she steps back, and she probably only comes to about Eugene and Ashley's chin, minus the hair, which is up. And she just looks you all in the eye, one at a time. I want to see how this plays out. So I am going to let this happen. One, because my sources have told me what you have actually been up to. I have enough people working at the university to know that you have friends researching for certain things that need to go ahead. And you have an important mission. So it is within my honor to at least allow you to talk to my patron.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's quite an important mission, and it involves kind of everyone. And we
Exactly.
do. Well, I think we do need Rock for it, because, yeah.
I will arrange a meeting. And she kind of turns to Zerl and goes, understandably, she will not want you there. But that is not to say she's not going to be grateful that you brought this to her attention. He kind of nods and goes, it's understandable. We are not allies even if we are not enemies. I do have something, though, my large friend, that might go a long way to helping her decide to favour this. I have a small problem with some pirates in the area that need chasing off.
We messed up a load of them on the way in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Large turtle.
Oh,
Small
yeah.
civilization.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
can consider that already taken care of.
We
honestly.
crispified a bunch of them.
I could finish them off for you, certainly. She goes, excellent. Well, there we go. As for the three of you, I shall have to leave it to Khanorrix to decide herself what she wants to do with you.
Do with us.
Yes, whether she wishes to help you or not.
Or
Oh, you will be going under my auspice, so I don't think she'll eat you. But
Squash.
good.
so you'll be safe.
Okay.
But be honest, be true. She can smell a lie.
I'm really bad at that anyway, so.
I like you, Aisling. And you kind of see that Neves has
Thanks.
just broken into this big grin at this point, and just kind of like holding her head a little bit, just like.
She said to be yourself.
Yeah. I will arrange transport to the dragon's hunting grounds. I would avail you of a stone that will allow you to summon her. And I will send someone to collect you 24 hours afterwards.
Okay.
Unless you have the magic to return here amongst you. I
I'll
do
look
have
at
a magic
Eugene.
circle, and she's looking directly at Eugene that you can use if you wish.
I haven't learned the teleport spell yet.
Not a problem.
Oh.
We will send someone within 24 hours to get you. Come with me. Neves, would you please give Zerl the information he needs so that he can carry out his part of this deal? Zerl just kind of looks at the three of you and just reaches out to Eugene and Aisling and just squeezes both your shoulders with a just kind of almost not quite pulls you into a hug, but just kind of lets his head lower just so that his tusks almost brush your face. I have faith in both of you. Pashkik chose you to be his heirs for a reason.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, it won't be the first time we've had to convince a dragon of something.
I know,
Yes.
I know, so stubborn, aren't they? Says with
Yeah.
a playful grin.
Yeah.
And he walks off with Neves. And you can see that there's a kind of direct exchange that Neves is asking questions of him, and he's like, so clearly she's been waiting for the right moment to kind of pick this dragon's brain about some stuff. The Duchess leads you round the back to a private air dock where there is a tiefling, a sand-coloured tiefling with bright gold horns, naturally gold, who is leaning up, looking lazily, and he kind of snaps to attention as soon as she appears. Dusk, would you please do me the good grace of flying these to the Evermore fields? And she reaches into her pocket and pulls out a small gem. When you arrive, place this gem on the floor and say the following incantation. And she says, in Draconic, Mistress of the Snows, we summon you and request your presence. But to Aisling and Eugene's ear, it's like lots of this sort of thing.
I think Aisling goes to write it down and is like, yeah, nah. I'm not going to know how to spell any of that.
Oddly enough, Eugene can write it down because a lot of the keywords are very similar to some of the bases of magic anyway. So it's like some of the arcane things that you have to use. But it is kind of like high draconic. You're muted at the moment, sorry, Han.
I will put my hand on their arms and just kind of say, it's okay, I know how to say that.
Okay. Good.
She smiles. Good luck. And I hope to see you in 24 hours. And turns and heads back inside the keep.
Why did she say hope?
I don't know.
Oh, she's... It kind of waits until he thinks that she's out. She's probably just trying to scare you a little bit. She's very playful like that. I hope.
Yeah, very playful.
So, you're going to the hunting grounds. Yay. My day
That's
just
a
got
fun
interesting.
name.
I like the other name for it better.
The Evermore Fields.
Yeah.
That's nicer. Let's do that one.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll call it that then.
Okay.
I'm going to drop you as close as I can, and then I'm going to get out of there really quickly.
Oh, and why?
That's definitely a good sign.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's making me feel so much better.
Dragon is a protector, and she's on our side, but she still scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, no, I get that. We have a dragon in the forest, and I'm quite scared also.
Yeah.
Cool.
Please climb on board, and he has as kind of like a skiff, like about 5 or 6 people comfortably. It's very elegant, like again, lots of brass and gold filigree and like that the 2 crests and things like that. It's a much smaller vessel than you've kind of been on, but it's very comfortable.
I suppose it'll do.
I mean, it's not the dragon's hope, but you know.
Very, it's kind of like a posh version of the barge you used to go to the isle that is now Parshkix.
Okay, it's got like memory foam seats and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Tiefling kind of kicks off. You hear the hum of ether engines underneath, and it's zoom, very quick. It's probably one of the fastest vessels you've been on. And it skims rather than flies, and kind of so it's much lower to the floor. And it kind of comes out over this lake next to the keep and kind of zooms along, and you feel don't feel as much wind, and you realise that there's a kind of like a slight shield that's just protecting things from bouncing
cool.
off.
Nice.
You skim through forests and across fields until you come into this open area that is beautiful as it is strange. Ice and snow in the only location on this island. Peaks of beautiful shaped crystal like teeth poking from the ground. Only plants that grow here seem to be evergreens or winter plants. There is hardy cattle, but they're more like things like sheep and goat that are better weathered for this. the air, as soon as you cross over this threshold, drops about 10, 15 degrees. You all find yourself, even Toby, pulling in your coat as a sudden change is just really quick.
Yeah, Aisling will like audibly squeal when that happens.
Dusk flies in low and brings the skiff, kind of pulls out these steps, and this is as far as I can go safely. I understand I'll be back within 24 hours for you.
Yes, definitely. We'll definitely be here for that.
Mark
Yes.
this spot. This is where I'll pick you up from.
Aisling immediately does that.
Yeah. This is great for Aisling. This island is a dream for Aisling because it's very mappable. Because everything stays in one place.
What a treat! What a treat! Yeah, she's having a great time with that, but she does sort of look at the icy bit in a bit of disdain and is like, "Is it all gonna be like that?"
Yes. Yes. You do know that Khanorrix is a white dragon?
Yep. No, I got that.
And her domain is ice and snow.
Okay.
He leans back behind a chair, opens a case, and hands you all these nice, thick furred jackets.
Oh.
Wouldn't let you go without. And he kind of also hands you a personal flask. You seem like nice people. This is firebrand.
We are.
What's that? Don't
Pie.
drink it all. Nip it when you're cold. It will warm you up.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
mechanically, if you get into a situation where you're having to deal with cold, it will give you advantage on con checks.
Decent. How long does the fire brandy last for?
About an hour.
Like, no, I mean like how many sips have we got in there?
It looks like it's enchanted.
Oh.
So it's good to go.
Okay, so I do want that back though.
Okay.
Good luck. And I'll see you tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow.
Better.
Yeah, I like that. Yep.
Okay, bye.
And this zips away, leaving the three of you on your own.
You should get one of those for the ship.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Oh, Eugene, can we get one of those for the ship?
I don't know. Maybe.
Make a history
You're
check
the-
to see if you know how much they cost.
While Rock's
Wasn't
away,
me, no.
Eugene's the adult, so you have to answer that question.
I don't like it. Come back, Rock. 25.
25.
Woo!
Ooh, yes, the ship could easily hold one. You just replace your lifeboat with it. However,
Ah, we don't need one of them.
However, it's several thousand gold for one of those.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, maybe one day we could get one.
Okay. Cool.
So you are out in this blistering cold environment with no real sign of where this dragon might be.
Do you want to call them now?
I feel like we should go somewhere. I mean, he like left us here, and he wouldn't go any closer to something. I feel like we should be
guess.
closer to something.
They did say just put the gem on the ground and we could then summon or ask for her presence. So, because does it look like there is any sort of path or a place that is almost like the center of this kind of area or somewhere?
Yeah,
that we
can
could
I do
walk
like an investigation or something?
You can all do a survival check to see.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing I think.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
18 for
Oh
Ashling.
yeah.
Nice. Eugene?
21.
21.
Ooh.
And Toby?
26.
26.
Ooh.
So with those really lovely rolls, what you discern is, Aisling, you discern that, and you all discern this, there's less sign of any civilized incursion here. There are paths, but they're not kind of walked in paths. They're not hunters' tracks or anything like that. This place seems to be left alone, almost in reverence. Probably part of the organization that they have with the dragon. The dragon protects the island, and in return they probably leave this space for her, and she hunts and takes what she needs from this place. It's probably why there's so many cattle that have been encouraged in this direction, so she's always got a ready supply of food if she needs it.
Oh, poor cows.
What I will say with the higher scores the two of you got is you spot a large range of mountainside areas that kind of, you're like, if I were a dragon, that's the place I would build my den. And you do notice there's thicker ice there. There's more of those strange ice teeth poking from the land going that way.
Should we go to where she might be, or should we just call?
I think we maybe should go somewhere.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they gave us the stone for a reason, right? Could just.
I don't think we can find her without calling her for using the stone, because otherwise they wouldn't have told us we have to do that. But maybe we could get a little closer. I don't know.
Okay, let's just do it.
You place the gem onto the ground. Who says the words?
Not
I'll
me.
do them because I speak Draconic. Yeah.
So Toby, you utter the phrase.
I shall utter the phrase. Mistress of the snows, we summon you and request your presence.
You watch as this crystal glows with a cold light, which
I'm going to step back a bit.
uncomfortably bright, and then sends a beam of light into the air, and you hear the kind of like
Oh boy.
as you hear the plea to go forth into the land. A few minutes passed, and you can all hear appearing slowly, as if melting off, brushing off snow from the sky around it, a huge head, blue and silver scales and fur around the top, a large white face with bright gold eyes, two horns that twist back and branch like trees, a mane so large it covers like a beard, a long coiling body that turns and twists behind them, powerful legs, no wings that you can see but still airborne. This is in no uncertain terms the descendant of the depictions of the Dragon of the East, a serpentine dragon, brilliant white, cold radiating off them, swoops in and lands 100 feet from you.
You? Okay, I stand behind Eugene and Ashley.
Who is brazen enough to summon me? And that's where we're going to leave you guys for today.
Oh shit! No!
Bye.
Eugene and Ashling just step aside. Toby did it.
So mean!
They called you.
Yeah, technically it was them, so.
We don't even speak Draconic, it was them.
Yeah.
We're out.
Yeah.
We have one more thing, if you wouldn't mind, before we go, though.
Of course.
Our eyes drift away from this scene, this strange confrontation, across the borders of the material world, back to near where the veil sits. Rock. Your conversation with your grandmother goes on for hours, days, and maybe just minutes and seconds. You cannot tell. Her urging and joy at your company is cut eventually short as she acknowledges she must return. She is a construct of a memory and what is left of her soul. She cannot hold here forever, for she has truly passed on. And you are set to wandering again. You find yourself in a familiar looking tent. An open ring with stalls all around it. I would like you to tell the audience about your first lover. Who you met at the carnival. Who persuaded you to stay with Julie and the others. What was your first lover like? Sorry, I'm dropping this on you.
I know, thanks for this. They were somebody who travelled with the carnival. They were an outcast, but somebody who kind of walked their own path and didn't ever do what other people expected or wanted, but were not unkind ever. That was somebody that I think Rock saw in them very much what he wanted to be, which was a free spirit.
Older than you?
Yeah.
Any particular heritage?
Well, they were tiefling.
And I think that their name was Joy. And it was not their original name, but it's the name that they took for themselves. And they were a fair bit older than you. Wise in the ways, but always gentle and kind. And I think it was Rock's first encounter with loss outside his grandmother when Joy accidentally passed away in an accident. And it was the first time that family became to mean something different, as the whole of the troop gathered together and supported and lifted. And Joy's wake was one of joy. Tales of how ridiculous their adventures were, what they did that kind of upset people, made them angry, and also made them laugh 5 minutes later. You cannot help but think about this, and a gentle but firm hand squeezes your shoulder. Hello, lover. Were you thinking of me?
I think Rock is too scared to look around and just kind of closes his eyes and just says, maybe a little.
In a familiar way, strong hands from years of work just turn you, and you feel gentle lips upon your forehead.
I think Rock's still too scared to open his eyes.
Open your eyes, or this is just going to be a big old waste of time, isn't it?
I think Rock will open his eyes and just kind of, I think, terrified that he's not going to see what he's expecting to see.
You do. You see a dark, black-skinned tiefling with silver eyes and a beard that they chose to grow in or shave off, depending on who they want to be that week. At the moment, they have it in full, but as you watch, it disappears. Their clothes, sometimes more masculine, sometimes more feminine, as was their wont. So, You got yourself in a bit of pickle, didn't you, my love? You're not supposed to be here yet. We're not ready for you.
Well, it's not like I planned it.
Kind of they guide you over by the hand and sit you down and pull up a barrel opposite you. And just gently reach out, wipe a tear away that you didn't even know had touched your face. Hey, this is good. I didn't really get to say goodbye to you. Not the way I wanted.
But this isn't real, is it?
Oh, I'm real. You're real. And I guess you're making up your mind right now, aren't you?
I guess. I mean, this is not exactly making it easier.
It's not supposed to be easy. Just supposed to be honest. Just the way I always told you. Even when you were screaming at me.
Oh, come, I never screamed at you. But not often.
I knew how much you loved me. But you gotta let other people in. You shut yourself down after you left, and you never let anyone else back in.
Well, I mean, well, maybe I don't want to. Maybe that was enough. Maybe that was painful enough, and maybe I'm fine.
Really?
Well, not currently. I mean, I'm currently dead, so obviously I'm not fine, but...
I've seen how you look at those kids. How you cluck around them pretending you don't care when actually all you want to do is just grab the pair of them and pull them in and never let them go.
No, you're misreading that. I would grab them and throttle them.
I mean, what is love if not shifting between wanting to throttle and cuddle people?
That's an entirely different conversation.
We got some moments here, but you need to know something. What happened to you brought something else across. You still have a fragment of the bitter snow on you. It's still there, and it will want to go back with you. So whatever your friends are doing, you need to be prepared to fight if you want to live. So, he kind of gets up and he pulls you to your feet. You better bloody show me how good you are with them pistols I gave you.
Well, after that bit of news, I might just shoot you before you're ready.
No, you won't.
Oh, shut up.
Drags you in for a kiss. Let's get working then.
In a minute, and I'm just going to sort of put my head against his shoulder and just stay there for a few seconds.
And that is where we will leave today's episode. Guys, thank you so much for an amazing episode. This has been really, really good. Thank you, Wayne, for playing with the weird rock bits. I know that it's come out of left field for you, but it's all fun. Guys, welcome to Thavirr. I hope you live to survive the experience.
Welcome to the murder field. I mean hunting field, sorry.
Dragon on dragon on dragon action this session. Right, well, I guess all that needs to do is for us to wrap up today's stream. Just a reminder to everybody, we are not here next Sunday, the 26th. We are out and about doing social things. I think that's right, isn't it? Next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next Sunday.
But we are back on the 28th with a midweek episode for a change. So we will pick up this story on the 28th, 7 p.m.
We'll have a Tuesday party.
Tuesday party for a change. But we will, of course, let you know on the socials and give everybody as much notice as we can in relation to that. The following week, we do not have a Charlie, but I'm going to talk to Wayne and Theo and see what they want to do, whether they want to carry on regardless or take a week off.
If I get kidnapped,
Charlie's got to go down an alley.
Yeah. I have
be witness to a murder.
Be
The
witness to a
choice
murder.
is up to you.
Yeah, your choice.
Is it my choice, Chris?
Yeah, maybe we'll just go on a date and then
Yeah.
Ashlyn can get murdered again.
That's fine.
But the 12th of March, we have a guest. We are going to be joined by the amazing Rooney Runes.
What the fuck?
Oh!
Who is going to be joining us for 2 weeks for
Oh my God!
Amazing.
some dungeoning and dragoning. I'm very excited to have her on board.
Who is this Rudy Runes?
I
Never
know.
heard of them.
What is this person?
Fabled being.
They're not real. They're an internet creation.
Really, really excited to have Rooney with us as well.
Oh my God!
And we will let you know who they are playing closer to the time. But in the meantime, Charlie, would you let people know where they can find you and what you have coming up?
Yes. You can
Yeah.
find all find all my stuff at charlievince.com. That's got my portfolio and my shop and all my social media handles and stuff. There's lots of cool stuff in the shop at the moment. Yeah, that's about it for my stuff at the moment. I will be have a look at my social media because I am going to be jet setting off to the Bologna book fair in a couple of
Sweetie
weeks.
darling.
Sweetie darling, going to be in Italy, darling. So yeah, I'll be posting lots and lots of cool stuff from there.
Amazing. I'm only ever so slightly jazzed.
It's going to be so cool, but it's
I'm
also going
very
to be so terrifying, and I have to pitch things and talk to art directors, and
You
they're
will
all
be amazing, and they're all going to fall absolutely in love with you, just the way that we did.
ah.
Theo, would you like to go next, please?
Sure. You can find my illustration and stuff at theoblueillustration.com, and there is my shop is on there, and links to my other social medias and stuff if you want to follow me online.
And why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I post loads of pictures of cats.
I was just going to say,
There you
you need for the cat content.
Exactly. Sweet cat content.
Yep.
Wayne, would you go next, please?
Sure. Just thank you to everybody for joining us again, and please just to tell people about us if you like what we do, because we're growing such a cool little community and it's very exciting. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet as a WayneFic01 or at my website, which is waynefic.com. And I do have a new project, which I think we've mentioned, which is a new Instagram account and also YouTube channel called Created by Wayne. So if you feel like being kind and giving me a follow on one of those, I would much appreciate it, as I'll be releasing new stuff soon on there. So, and that's about it from me.
Wiki game.
Oh, yeah! And I shall be on Wednesday being a guest on the fantabulous Wicked Game. So please join us over on Wicked Game's Twitch channel, where we will be streaming on Wednesday evening. And I shall be hopefully not being murdered and hopefully being friends again. I don't know.
There are trust issues now.
Oops.
It's amazing.
Apparently my job on streams this season is to bring the drama.
Yes,
Yay!
it would seem
2023 is
so.
Wayne's year of drama. Streamed drama.
Oh, can I
Streamed
say
drama.
hi, mum, love you, mum, as well?
Nah,
I forgot.
Of course you can.
Hi,
Hi,
Charlie's
Charlie.
mom.
Hi, Charlie's mum.
Almost a cappella that time.
No, good.
I guess that just leaves me. I am Chris Mepham. You can find me on the internet at Chris Mepham RPG, wherever your media is socialed. I am most active on the Bird app because that's still where the TTRPG space is, despite everything awful that's going on. I'm trying to encourage them to leave, but there's a lot of them and it takes time.
Yeah.
Or Instagram is a great place where you can usually see my illustrations and me posting other weird stuff about being a teenager in the 90s this week, apparently.
And occasionally cats as well.
And lots of cats, yeah.
See, we all bring the furry animal content.
Exactly.
We do.
Good furry content. Wait, hang on.
No.
No, that's a different one entirely.
I will be on the amazing Forest of Lore this coming Friday. Join us from 5:30 for the second part of the two-part adventure that they are putting together. Come and see me play a charming, equally undressed orc.
What is it with you and your orcs lately?
Charlie, you'd love his character. His name is, well, it's his Tresh Silvertongue.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's charming.
is that his stage name?
Yeah. He's
a flirt.
He's a flirt.
He's got his orc nips out, just like the other one.
Oh yeah, totes.
Yep, totally.
Okay.
He is a pansexual nightmare waiting to happen. It's
Oh.
fantastic.
Glorious. That's my favourite trope of anything ever.
But come and join us. It's going to be really good. We will be back the following Tuesday, but keep an eye on our socials for all details on everything that's coming up. We have been Some Other Heroes. We love you all. Take care of one another. It's very interesting out there at the moment.
Oh wait, can I? I forgot about
course,
something
yeah.
in my bit. I just wanted to drop a link in the chat. So obviously, it's been a bit of a time for the trans community lately. But if you do want to do something to help out, some direct action that you could do is donate to. There's a member of the Norwich LGBT community who is fundraising for top surgery. So I'm just going to drop the link for their fundraiser in the chat. And if you could share it or donate, that would be amazing.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I'll let you do that. Look, over there. There it is. Magic. As if by magic. Thank you so much for that, Theo. So that all leaves for us to say good night for now. And we'll see you very, very soon. Love you all.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.